Yeah, on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a really big HD TV. Okay. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 tennis rackets and a really big HD TV. Yeah. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
What did we do? I clicked the wrong button. That's not okay. We're gonna move past that one there, right? I mean, yeah. Let's try this one.
I was digging it. I was number one with the bullet.
I did not like that one. Good evening, everybody. Timer is on. Pre-roll dropping. Ads coming in 60 seconds, and we will begin. Talking Trek gives back.
I can hear the church bells ringing. They're playing Silent Night, and they just make me think of you as the snow turns everything white. Outside, I hear the carolers singing, and I start to sing along. It brings back all those holidays when I was in your arms. I know you'd do anything to find your way back home. Tonight I'll set a place for 2, just in case miracles come true. You're all I want for Christmas. Wish you were under my tree. You're at the top of my wish list. So baby, please come home to me. You're all I want for Christmas. I wish you were here next to me, 'cause there's something else on my wish list. This Christmas, all I really want is, I'll give you one guess now. I'll give you one guess now. Couples walking hand in hand, gazing into each other's eyes. I see the joy the season brings, and this love won't be denied. I decorate and hang 2 stockings, one for me and one for you. And each night I say an extra prayer to Saint Nick, oh please come through. I know you do anything to find your way back home. So baby, I'll set a place for 2, just in case miracles come true. You're all I want for Christmas. Wish you were under my tree. You're at the top of my wish list. So baby, please come home to me. You're all I want for Christmas. I wish you were here next to me. There's nothing else on my wish list. This Christmas, all I really want is, I'll give you one guess now. I'll give you one guess now. Oh yeah.
wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us a figgy pudding, now bring us a figgy pudding, now bring us a figgy pudding and bring some out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. For we all like figgy pudding, we all like figgy pudding, for we all like figgy pudding, so bring some out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we won't go until we got some, we won't go until we got some, and we won't go until we got some, so bring some out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Now, if this were the Drippy Biddle, I could get behind it.
Happy holidays, everybody. Welcome in to Talking Trek Gives Back. We have been looking forward to this for weeks and weeks, months and months, throughout the entire year. As a matter of fact, Griffin, ever since we came back from Nashville in 2024 and we smashed goals in 2024, it has been all about working towards 2025. Guys,
Absolutely.
We are very, very excited to have you along with us. Thank you so very much to all of you who are here tonight. My name is UltimatDJz, and
I'm Griffin.
That is
Happy
Santa.
Merry Christmassy angel thingy time.
That is Santa Griffin over there, everybody. Hey, Cha-Cha Roar, MJ, Duder, Benny Hill, Gopher, Tarpy is in the audience. Shelby, what's going on? Brett David, how are you? Jeff, Restrucci, JPC, Silver Tab, and the list goes on. Thank you so much. Ichi, how are you? Welcome in. Appreciate you guys all being here. Thank you so very, very much for being here, everybody. We have an incredible show for you tonight. Matter says, I've got a fresh box of tissues ready to go right beside me. We've got a lot to go over here tonight, okay? We've got a lot of things to do and a very limited amount of time in which to do it. So, Griffin, why don't we go ahead and get started? And what we're going to do to get started here, actually, first is where did that alert box go?
Well,
the alert box is gone. Oh, no!
You're live, pal. Figure it out.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to figure that out. Did it actually pop up? Did you guys see it actually pop up? Because I didn't see it pop up. All right. I lost Hammy. Yes, I know. Hammy will be back. We have Hammy on the show. He'll be here later on this evening as well.
Yes, the infant obsidian hamster and his infinite wisdom. I cannot wait to hear from him.
Yeah, he'll be here a little bit later, so we will, you heard it, didn't see it? Yeah, same. I'm not exactly sure how that actually happened. I might hit this button and go over here to the alerts. Well, I mean, it looks like it's on. Here, let's try to replay one, because you know what, Griffin? Throughout the day, we actually had several different donations come through. Let's take a look at this one right here. There it is. Trickle, thank you. $300 today.
Yes. Thank you, Trickle34. That's more than a trickle.
$300 from our community to Nashville's With Love. $300 coming into the Christmas Angel Fund. Papa Smurf also getting in on the action today. Papa Smurf dropping $200 into the Christmas Angel Fund.
Fantastic. Are we there yet? Not far now, Papa Smurf.
We've got more coming. You know what I saw just a little bit ago? This is probably an hour and a half ago. I saw something amazing happening over on Lube's channel. Lube was literally taking everything you guys did tonight and pouring it back into the community. And check this out. Lube's community tonight, in like literally 20 minutes, raised $490.17.
What?
Yeah. He did that quick, buddy.
Thanks, Lube. Thanks, Lube family.
Oh, Lube, your community is just absolutely incredible. Thank you from the community for an amazing cause. Absolutely, Lube, fantastic job with your community over there. And then earlier today, get this, Griffin. This one was the pinnacle of the day right here from Mr. and Mrs. Big Pig, dropping in $1,000 to the Christmas Angel Fund. They did a $500 donation. They did a $500 donation and a $500 match from their employer, Illumina. So thank you so very, very much. We appreciate that. Also, we had Philip drop $25 into the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you so very much. Fantastic. Right before that. All right, this, by the way, has all happened like in the last 24 to 36 hours. Right before that, Candy White, our merchandise extraordinaire, came in. Merchandiser extraordinaire came in and dropped $200 in and wants us to clear our veils.
Clear our veil.
It could actually happen tonight. It could actually happen tonight. Not entirely sure. Then we had Stryker come in and drop $250. Who said Griffin's veil is better than DJ's? Oh, wait, no. Griffin's veil is not as good as DJ's. Okay, I thought I was going to have to.
I beg to differ, but I still appreciate the donation.
Thank you so very much. And guys, if you will, just take a quick peek at your screen. That puts us over halfway through floor number 4. You guys finished floor number 3 just a couple of days ago. Puts us already halfway through floor number 4, and our running total at $21,006.24. That is absolutely incredible. You guys should be super, super proud of yourself. Where's my applause button? There it is. You guys are incredible. Thank you. We have an incredible show planned for you tonight. Yes, it is one of those shows where you need to grab the Kleenex. You need to cozy up on the couch with somebody you love. You need to make yourself a cup of hot cocoa and sit down and listen to amazing stories, listen to amazing experiences, and learn about what happens inside the halls of Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. And Hammy is back making the noise.
You can always tell with the feverish typing. He cannot be stopped.
He cannot. You hear that that furiously typing keyboard over there. Hammy, just very quickly while we've got you here, good evening to you. Welcome. Oh, he just muted. Okay. There he is. Good evening. How are you, Hammy?
I'm doing great. I'm really happy to be here. I'd like to apologize for my camera not working. It's been a minute since I've been on Twitch.
Yeah.
And in that time, my camera has just decided to give up. So, apologies for that, but I'm still very, very excited to be here.
No, Benny Hill's figured it out. You just don't want us throwing a blink counter on you tonight.
Yeah,
I don't blame
there's no blink counter on Hammy tonight, but that's okay.
They're on to me.
Yeah, we got you. Listen, we've got Hammy on the show. He'll be with us a little bit later. We've got a couple of surprise guests that are going to be on the show with us throughout the evening, and Hammy is here to talk to us a little bit about Fleet Commander Cisco and Elite Outpost. That will be drippled in. Get it? See? Drippy. It'll be drippled in throughout the show tonight. But
never say that again. Never say that again.
But we do have a lot of great content for you. Hammy, I know that you said you wanted to come in early. You're going to be joining us on the stage here in about 45 minutes or so. But you yourself and several of your team, if I'm not mistaken, wanted to kind of sit in and enjoy the show with us here tonight. So thank you very much for being here, buddy. We appreciate that very much.
Absolutely. Good to hear from Hamster.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's always good to step in. And I just wanted to thank you for putting on this show every year, because it really is spectacular, and it really does kind of really bring home the holidays just to see the generosity and the kindness of this community. Like, honestly, it's humbling. Yeah. And I feel like it's a privilege just to be a part of this. So thank you for the invite. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, well, golly, the privilege is ours.
It is our privilege to present this to not only the community. You know, we all do like to blow each other up in the veil or otherwise. We'd like to talk trash. We like to have our incursions. But at the end of the year, seeing everybody come together under one umbrella and doing something incredible for a community in need, there's just nothing quite like it. UltimatDJz. And, such a pleasure to be here as well.
Absolutely. It's great. I don't know what I did to deserve the honor of being a part of such an amazing community, to be a leader within that community, to be a voice within that community. You guys, continue to amaze me, humble me, and astound me all throughout the year, but especially this time of year. Griffin, if I may, what I'm going to do very quickly is just recap ever so slightly, if I may, about what we have done in prior years as compared to what we've done here last year and so forth. If you go back 5-6 years ago, we raised like $5,000 or $6,000. And then the next year we raised, I think, maybe $9,000. That was when we were teeny tiny babies. Year 3, which would have been year number 1 of us working with Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. In 2023, we set a goal of, if I'm not mistaken, what, $15,000? Do you guys remember that? And you guys,
was $15,000, and we said immediately that needs to be 20.
Well, you hit it in the first night, community. You hit it in the first night. And what that did was prompt us to open it up a little bit. And in the year 2023, you guys raised $53,984.98.
Amazing.
That's what you did. Well, in 2024, obviously, we couldn't look back. We had to continue our push, and we challenged the community to fund the entire hospital, all 13 floors, all 600,000 patients that Monroe Carell Jr. Services throughout the entire year. We challenged you to fill the warehouse for all of them.
The toy warehouse. We're not buying rubber gloves and stethoscopes.
Yeah,
we're
the
buying
toys
for the holidays.
and that's
throughout the course of the year. Legos, things like that.
Absolutely. And I think that that's really important for us to point out is that when we're talking about your donations here through the Christmas Angel Fund and to Jingle Toy Drive, what we're talking about is not cancer research. It's not, because all of those things are very, very important. Those things absolutely are. I'm not taking anything away from that. But you know what we wanted to do? We wanted to have something real and tangible for these children, directly putting something into their hands here at the holiday season. That's why we chose Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital, because they have those programs. They have the ability to allow us as a community to come in, wrap a gift, and say, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
All part of their child life department, right, DJ?
Absolutely. And so that was what we wanted. That was what we wanted. And we challenged you guys to take care of that in 2024. We set the goal at $60,000. That was 10 floors. We didn't think we could do the entire hospispital. We set the goal.
Then the community said, hold my beer.
Community did indeed say, hold my beer. Because not only did the community raise $71,303.02, taking care of every floor of the hospital, you guys also purchased 3 mobile gaming carts for patients to use throughout the hospital. Maybe they're immobile, maybe they're in isolation, and you community purchased 3 gaming carts for them to use and to roll into patients' rooms so that they would have the experience to be able to connect with other community, connect with other patients, and connect with their care providers through the power of gaming. And let's not pretend that we don't know what the power of gaming is. All right, look at this community right here as a perfect example. Now take this community and transplant it inside a children's hospital and imagine the feelings of love and community and camaraderie that they must have to feel there while they're fighting for their lives. So
it's a match made in heaven. How many times have you not known somebody, but you're interested in the same video game and you play? I mean, that's when you join a new alliance in Star Trek. When you're 8 years old in the arcade in the 80s and you play Street Fighter 2 next to the kid next to you and it becomes one of your good friends. Games bring people together. They always have. Now put that in the frame of a hospital where you're terrified, you're scared. Maybe you're even too young to know how scared you should be, but your mom and your dad are. What's one thing that we can all sit down and do to pass the time, to get to know your chaplain, to get to know your care provider? Well, let's sit down and play a little Mario Kart. And what a great way to break the ice, and what a great way to make everybody feel comfortable. And that's exactly what your dollars have been bringing to this hospital for the past few years.
We invite you to take a look at the QR code on your screen that will be showing up throughout the night, and know that when you scan that QR code, you're giving directly to the hospital. There is a way to do it anonymously if you don't wish for your name to be on screen, and we understand that. Just be sure to follow the form prompts very carefully. But scanning this QR code will take you directly to the Jingle Toy Drive page of Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital, specifically with our Talking Trek campaign, and you too will be a part of that. We'll be monitoring that throughout the night. Griffin, in our first 2 years working with Monroe Carell, we've raised $125,288. The goal this year was $78,000 so that we could indeed not only fund the entire hospital, but also build a mobile recording studio to bring patients the power of music. Not only that, but in 3 years, that'll bring our grand total to over $200,000. The power lies with you, community, and we are going to take you to Nashville tonight. You were saying. I was like, okay, pause. Dramatic pause.
As awesome as the power of video games are with bringing people together, the healing properties of music and listening to something while you heal, while you grow, while you develop are certainly prevalent. And even beyond that, having the opportunity to bring a little recording suite into a child's room with their parents and record a family song together. Record a tune based on the heartbeat of one of their heartbeats that you record. I mean, the stories that you're going to hear tonight are not only life-saving, but they're life-changing. And you're going to want to be a part of this community and this solution as you see the amazing things happening for children everywhere that travel to Monroe Carell to get well.
Guys, tonight we are going to take you inside the hospital at Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt in Nashville, Tennessee, so that you can see what your dollars are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 2025's Talking Trek Gives Back, the Christmas Angel Fund, and our season of giving. We welcome you into tonight's final push, the big finale, your opportunity to make a difference. Welcome to Talking Trek Gives Back. It, guys, we're here, the big day, inside the halls of Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. I'm really excited to see what it is that Lee Ellen's got in store for us, and I see her now. Hello, how are you?
Welcome to Nashville.
Very excited to be back.
Good to see you.
We're going to go inside. You've got a full day ready for us, right?
Busy day. It's going to be awesome.
Fantastic.
Let's go.
Let's do that.
I'm so glad you're here. I wanted to show you something before we get started.
Oh my gosh. We got our own butterfly. Oh, this is beautiful.
Yay!
This is so great.
Chat, look at that. That's because of you guys.
All right, well, today is the big day. You guys remember our friends, Mark and Lee Ellen, here at Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. And another very exciting day here planned at the hospital.
We made it. There was snow. There was turbulence. I almost died on the plane 5 times.
But there were no deer. None. Which, that's a
this time.
good thing. We still have to go home. All right?
Yeah.
But that's fantastic. We're here. We're in beautiful Nashville. And it's so great to be back with you guys another year. The community's been hard at work over the last several weeks, but we still have a little bit more to go. And so we decided that we wanted to come back, take a look inside the halls of Monroe Carell just a little bit more, and take a look at what the community impact is going to be on the hospital again this year.
Thank you for that butterfly out front. That was such an awesome flight. We just showed that to the folks on the way in, and that really teared me up. Thank you for making us a permanent part of your home here, and all of you are symbolically here as well every single day as children walk in and out and face these challenges and leave with miracles. So thank you. What an honor.
Literally the least that we can do. Y'all have been like part of our family for the past several years. you help us mark the holidays with such joy, and yeah, we're grateful, and literally the least that we can do, just to symbolize what you mean to us.
Well, the feeling is mutual, and we're here for round 3. We've got a full docket of folks to meet and to bring to you at home on this round of our adventure.
Yeah. So what's going on today, Leon?
Yeah. We're so happy you're back. We have a full day planned. You're going to hear from Graydon again, who's our gaming and technology specialist here at Monroe Carell. When you met him last year, he was fresh into the role. I want to say 2 months maybe in the role. So now he's had a little bit over a year under his belt, so he's has a better feel for the role, what it looks like.
It'll be interesting to see the innovations he's come up with.
Yes, you'll get to see some of the things that you personally have helped fund for his program. We quite literally would say that Talking Trek has helped fund his program. So you're going to hear and see more about that. We also are going to hear from Dana, who is our music therapy team lead. So you're going to learn.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, she's the one that's got this music cart wish list thing this year, right?
Okay. She has a dream for a mobile recording studio. So that is a big goal for this year with fundraising, and so she's going to tell you more about that. We're also going to hear from one of our amazing patient ambassadors, Everett. He has a hilarious, goofy personality. You are going to love him.
Yeah, is he any good at Mario Kart?
I've heard some trash talk.
Yes, I've been in touch for like the last day, and it's been nothing but I've won this game 1,000,000 times. So I'm looking forward to putting this kid in his place.
We'll see who wins.
DJ, what is wrong with you?
We don't take it easy on kids in gaming, all right?
Christmas.
That's right. They gotta learn how to play. All right.
Please still donate.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes, we're also going to meet Kaylor, who is one of our facility dog coordinators. You met Squid and Leslie last year.
Squid. Yeah. Squid was awesome.
Squid. He's 8 now, and he has a new coworker, Velour. So
what?
Velour is our second facility dog who was recently added to the team.
Oh wow.
They go to each other's birthday parties. They dressed up together for Halloween, so they're a blast. And so you're going to get to meet Velour in just a little bit. And then also you're going to meet Dr. Upperman, who is our chief surgeon. So you're going to learn a lot about him. He has a huge knowledge from the medical side. I feel like you've been able to learn a lot about the child life side. We're kind of bringing that medical side as well to kind of talk about the whole child approach that we have at Monroe Carell.
Wow, so yeah, sounds like a very busy day. And we're gonna bring all of it here to you. So you guys, listen, grab your Kleenex and find yourself a comfy spot on the couch. Grab your blankie because Talking Trek gives back right now. Well, welcome in, community. Very, very full day indeed. And we're starting off with one of the most interesting interviews I feel like we've ever been able to have on this show with Dr. Jeffrey Upperman, who is the Surgeon-in-Chief and Chair of the Department of Pediatric Surgery here at Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. Welcome to our show. We appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to be here.
Oh, glad to be here.
Tell me a little bit about what drew you to pediatric medicine in the first place. This is a career, especially neonatal surgery, right? What brought you into this field of study?
This is a 3-hour podcast, so you want the short version?
Crazy enough, we've got all the time that you want to spend with us.
All right, well, I was a small boy, but I grew up in New Jersey. My mother was a nurse. My dad was a house painter, housing contractor. So I guess if you combine a nurse with someone who works with their hands, you get a surgeon. And so for years, she said, you're gonna be a doctor. And somewhere in the middle of college, I said, ooh, I better make good on that promise to be a doctor. Surgery didn't really come into play until about 2nd or 3rd year of medical school. I was a D1 athlete, did a lot of physical stuff, and so got on that surgery rotation. We threw the scrubs on, and we were like, you know, the bros walking in, you know,
Sure.
we were just tough guys, right? And I said, this is it, because I get to think about what I need to do, but I get to do it. So at that point, I decided surgery. And then my mentor had been a pediatrician in medical school. And I said, you know, I'm gonna try and do the surgery thing. He said, you're wasting your life. I'm like, no. And then I realized you could do surgery on children. And so just read about everything I could, and I said, this is what I need to do.
Yeah, it seems like this could be such a challenging path. You're dealing with a lot less real estate, you know, these tiny little humans that come out, and oftentimes a really difficult case because they are unable to communicate with you the same way that you and I could communicate. If I'm feeling sick, I can tell you what's going on, but these babies can't. How does that change your approach in the diagnostic piece of your approach to these patients?
Do you have children?
I do.
They talk to you, don't they?
They do.
And you know what they feel, don't you?
I would say so.
Yeah, so I have to just apply what I did to my kids to your kids. And so you just look in their eyes, you hold them, and you kind of feel, and they move in a certain way. I mean, I grew up with pets. I'm not gonna call a kid a pet, but you kind of get some subtleties. And in some ways, you get the innocence and really the naked reality of the human connection. And so one of the things folks, when they come to the office and they have babies and they're like, how are you getting them to do that? I said, well, I'm in their face because they can only see so far. I have glasses on, they're really round, and I'm talking to them in a way just like you probably talk to them. I was like, oh, we never thought of that. So the connection is there with the kids, but your real question is, how do I manage the parents? That's what you were really asking.
Sure, yeah, that can be tough too, right?
Because y'all are beasts. you are, I mean.
I don't know what you're talking about. Google is our best friend,
right,
okay? Yeah.
Right, yeah. So I got to deal with that specialist in the room. And then among, you know, I have a cousin who's a botanist, and I'm like, yes. And so you just have to be a very, very good listener in that moment. Understand that this is their prize investment. This is their jewel. You understand and you get that. Especially, I don't know how people do it who don't have children, because I lead with and I calm probably about 60% of them down. Like, I'm a dad. Yeah. And they're all like, oh, you're in the club. And I'm like, yes, I get it. I get it. And so that's the first thing, the connection with the baby, with the parent, and then it's setting expectations. I love to teach, I love to coach, and so it's coaching them through. It's like, this is how you're gonna help me, especially with the teens, sometimes with the toddlers. You know, we'll see them on rounds in the morning and say, Coach, this is your job today. You need to get them up walking. I'm not gonna tell you how to do it, but you need to get it done today.
You know, it's a really interesting thing to hear about that side of it, because we have spent a lot of time talking about the role of child life and the different types of therapies, and we know that they all speak so highly of the medical staff and how their treatment is directed and coincides and intersects with the medicine here at this hospital. Coming from the other side of the coin, you know, you're talking about the whole child approach, the connection, the psychology of it, the communication. It's not just the medicine, right? How do you feel about the role of child life with you as it pertains to the medicine?
It's the heartbeat of a children's hospital. I mean, I practiced in another location for about 16 years. I went to community hospitals. They didn't have child life, or if they did, they had one person who covered the entire, you know, universe, and it's impossible. It's impossible. And so what I realized over the years were, to be able to have that person come in, and whether they're distracting or engaging or teaching, that's what makes children's hospitals special. And that's what makes this hospital special. Having those additional adjuncts who are really, really a key part of our team. Look, I mean, we can operate, you know, anesthesia, you know, shoot them with the dart gun, stop them from moving, boom, 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 we do our thing. But the things that makes us special are the child life people.
You know, you talk about the heartbeat of the hospital, and we're going to be speaking to Graydon coming up a little bit later today about how he can show a heartbeat to a patient through gaming, through his modeling. We'll be talking with music therapists later on today about the sound of a heartbeat and how they make their music. A lot of these programs fall under the purview of this hospital's administration, which you're a part of. How do you see the future of child life? How do you see this community assisting you with your future vision of this hospital?
Well, I mean, since we're, you know, Trekkies for a day, I would say that I grew up watching Bones. I grew up watching the magic of, picking up something that looks like an eye something device and basically, waving it. And in my mind, I always imagine that we'll get there, there'll be a day. Well, I think we're coming close, and let me take you through this. So one of the things that with some of the adjuncts and being able to do 3D printing, thank you very much for that, is that we actually use that. We use that device to create the cancer in the tissue before the surgery. So we can go into a family's room and say, okay, this is what we're gonna do, this is how we're gonna do it, and this is what I'm scared of, this is no-no land, this is a good place, and if everything works right, that'll be out. And for the kids, obviously we're not gonna give them the thing, whatever the thing is, but to have this object represented as what's inside of them or what contains them really sparks that curiosity. And so we're able to do that. So we do that for a lot of tumors and other situations where the 3 dimensions not only helps us, but helps the families understand what we're up against. So the gaming piece of it, I imagine a time where we'll not only be able to have a static image, but we can go into our pre-op lab and just like football players do, be able to game it out, be able to look into a console, work on something, and be able to say, all right, got that out. This is the 3rd time today I got it out, no bleeding.
Wow.
I can see that world.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy to think about, but as you mentioned, watching Bones when you grow up, I mean, that was forward thinking, back in the 60s, and we look at, our community today and sci-fi in general today, and they're envisioning things that you guys are already on the cusp of creating inside this hospital. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the advanced science that you guys are tinkering with around these days?
Mark, can I talk about some of the super secret stuff that we're working on that is really phenomenal that only our hospital is doing in the area? Yes. You want to hear about that? All right, here we go. So one of my faculty, Irving Zamora, arguably one of the top surgical roboticists in the country, is using a robot, not by itself, but using a robot to either fix things that are not in the right place, remove masses that are not supposed to be there, and doing some advanced surgery these days. This is like some really, really cool stuff. But here's the cooler part about it. He's a surgical educator, so it's not just about him being able to do the cool stuff. They're actually measuring the moments, right? So, I'm not a surgical roboticist. So for me to pick up that bottle, let me check this before I make a mess, right? He basically, robot comes, right? He does that move. Me, right? I'm like, I'm like, right? Because even though it's a robot, I still have to get it to the right place. Well, interesting enough, the trekkie side of this is that they look at the angles and they're like, this angle's too far. You need to come in right there and attack. And they're measuring it down to that precision. They're able to record that, go back to the learner and say, look, over the 1,000 times that this maneuver was done, you're kind of an outlier. Your moves are way like this. Expert moves are in here. Ain't nobody doing that stuff.
Wow, that is wild. And then you're coming in and actually having this conversation with the patient or the patient's family, the parents, and talking about the ways that you guys are innovating their treatment. Have you found that that level of education and consultation with the patient is yielding better success rates because of comfort and confidence?
That's hard to tell. I think we're too early in the game. I mean, to me, robots are like lasers. I mean, we use lasers, but we don't use lasers like people think we use laser. And you'll have families come in and we're like, you're gonna use a laser? I'm like, no, you really mean this cauterization device, but if you want to call it a laser, it's a laser,
Sure.
So they hear the words, but I think we still have some room for community education on this. I will tell your audience commanders that the robot, the value add of the robot is that it basically allows us to move in angles that you can't move in when you're basically working with regular laparoscopic tools, the tools you use to take out gallbladders. You're like this, right? You're just like this. Well, the robot can go like 90 degrees and look at something from an angle that is completely different than you see with the standard MIS stuff.
Yeah, you think about the approach, right? Being able to, I guess it's a whole new dimension, right? Of being able to approach a problem. And then the models, the 3D models and all that, and the computer stuff helps you see that from a bunch of different angles. That is absolutely wild. I know that the community is fascinated by this stuff, and they want to know how they can help. That's actually why we're here, Dr. Upperman, is to assist you with your patient care here at Monroe Carell. We've got a QR code on the screen right now that you can scan to do your part, and providing children a toy. Tell me, as we approach the holiday season, we are coming up on Christmas. How do you guys prepare the atmosphere here to, I mean, is the mood different in the holiday season here? Is it happier, sadder than the rest of the year just because it is the holidays and patients' families are here?
Want the hallmark answer, or you want like the real grimy street answer? Our Trekkies, where the Trekkies at today?
The Trekkies want to know how they can help you best.
Got it. So your best to fight back the sadness that is the undertone. There's hope, but there's a sadness. Why? Because problems are just problems, and there is no on cue show up at this time. And I recall a case, and we're dealing with cases today. I was on call over the weekend. I mean, and you know, families are out enjoying themselves, out shopping, and next thing you know, everybody's in the trauma bay. You know, there's probably a kid out there or a teenager out there right now who has a call for something. They get a chest x-ray and somebody has to tell them that, you know, you need to come in. There's something very serious we need to talk about. The worst case day I can remember, the holiday season, I was at a previous institution, and older kid, somebody found something right in this zone in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. While they were there, younger sibling develops a cough.
Oh no.
And the pediatrician says, I don't know, it could be this. Treated them like they normally would. And then they said, you know what? Let's just get a chest x-ray to see. I had a couple days away. I come back in, both kids are in the room. I'm like, oh, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is nice. For the holidays, the staff set it up so that they could be together. No. It's patient one, now patient two. So that, you can't get worse than that. But of course, you know, I live in a hospital, and yes, it could. And so what folks can do is remember that your neighbors, even though they may put on a strong front, a strong air, ask them how they're doing. And if you know that they have a loved one in a healthcare facility, ask them how you help. And if you have some ideas about how to help them, help them. Don't think about it twice. Don't get that extra toy. Get them something that they need.
Yeah, you know, that is something that is so powerful that we've consistently talked about here is, listen, not everybody can give money, not everybody can donate the dollars, but there is a way that you can help. There's people that you can talk to, there's people that you can just be with and volunteer and just sit with, and that can happen whether you're here in Nashville or in your own community. And we invite you guys all to go and do that and be a part of making somebody's holiday season a little bit brighter. For those of you who want to contribute to what we are working on here, which is bringing every child in this hospital during the holiday season a reason to smile in the morning. We're talking about the music therapy program that we're going to talk about a little bit later. I'm super excited to talk more about that and learn how that works. And I'll ask you about this in a second, but that is one of the goals. So that's one of the things that we're working on this year, and we're asking you guys for your help to scan the QR code on your screen, be able to give $1, 50 cents, $5, $10 towards just bringing joy and therefore healing inside the walls of this hospital. Tell me, you a big music fan?
I am.
Yeah? What kind of music do you like?
Music that's played.
Music that's played.
Yeah, I'm pretty agnostic to genre. I like good music.
What constitutes good music?
Well, in the OR I play Tchaikovsky. When I ride home, I play Jay-Z.
Fantastic. Do you feel that music has a place in medicine?
Oh, absolutely it does. I have closing music for the trainees who are there, and it's upbeat, up-tempo. It's just like, you got to get it done. It's Billy Child's Winds of Change, and that's where I see it. And so for me, it's a rhythm. And you know, different songs, different compositions have different vibes, and it depends on the case. Sometimes I'm like, cut it. We just need reflection, and I'm running through algorithms, and I just need to have space. Sometimes I need noise, just to keep it. It's a part of the rhythm that it's okay to distract a certain part of my brain. You know, I played piano growing up, and so for me, music is absolutely, you know, one of those ninth wonders. You have to have it.
Flip it around from the patient perspective. How do you feel that music helps them with recuperation, with processing, with mental health, or even physical medicine?
Well, I tell you, one of the questions I ask typically the teens, all right, who's your favorite musician? And so while the anesthesiologists are giving them the medicine to make them sleepy, and then ultimately the last thing I want them to hear is, you know, their favorite tune or their favorite artist. And that's something common that I do, and I know others do in that regard. I think as they're recuperating, depending on what it is, I think it's definitely a part of it. And for the kids who have those chronic diseases, I think it's part of bringing that normalcy to this environment, because this is not a normal place to be. And I think one of the differences that a children's hospital has is you're not trying to home is home. But if you want this place not to be a place of fear or a place of just sadness, I think whether it's art therapy, music therapy, pet therapy, all of these things give them a sense of community that you absolutely need in the children's hospital.
Dr. Upperman, I will admit I'm utterly speechless at the impact and at the care and attention and detail that you have here at Monroe Carell. We get to meet Velour a little bit later today.
Oh, nice.
I'm looking forward to that. We met Squid last year, but just the wide variety of programs that you have here to contribute towards this whole patient approach. As we get ready to wrap up this segment, let me ask, just kind of in generally speaking, obviously being a clinician, there's the science, there's the surgery, there's the medicine, which is obviously why a patient is here, is to be healed. When you look at the whole child approach, is there a separation in mental healing from physical healing, or are we targeting the entire patient?
Well, I think we have to attack the entire patient. I think children, clearly they're developing, and depending on their age, in leaps and bounds. And to deny the development piece, I think is giving partial care. One of the things we ask about, in particular, are things like trauma and all those things. You know, whether it's the grade they're in, the sport they're playing, or when they want to return to that thing, whatever it is, you have to factor that into their recovery, but also to their ability to thrive. And if we're not thinking about that whole patient, we're not looking for the 5-year cure. We're looking for that lifelong cure. That's what we're here for. I mean, 6 months, 3 years, granted, there's some circumstances where there is value there, but man, I'm trying to take it over the fence every single at-bat. Every single at-bat.
Well, thank you so much for your time spent with us today, and thank you for sharing your insights and community. This is the beginning of what you guys are going to be able to help us with this year. Scan the QR code on your screen as we aim to refill your warehouse for the 2026 season, but also bring the gift of the music production cart. That's one of the big goals this year is helping out the music therapy department, and so we're looking forward to that. Thank you again for having us in your home and sitting down with us today.
Appreciate you. Please come back.
Guys, we'll have more right after this. Don't go anywhere.
to see you. We pray to God for you. Now we're singing your special song. You're courageous and brave, beautiful and strong. Oh, our tiny baby, you're right where you belong. A rainbow in the sky from the light of the moon above the ocean deep and wide was the sign that you were true. You were born to fight, 'cause you were born from love. All that you are is enough. Hello, little girl, it's so good to see you. We pray to God for you. Now we're singing your special song. You're courageous and brave, beautiful and strong. Our tiny baby, you're right where you belong. Our tiny baby, you're right where you belong.
She comes from a very creative family. I love that.
Which is why this experience was so meaningful for us.
Yeah.
Because being in the hospital setting, it is medical. It is very serious. And so to have our lives changed in an instant almost, where this is just an experience that we just weren't expecting. So to have an opportunity to exercise some of that creativity and find meaning in our experience and put words to that through the work that we did with music therapy was just life-saving, I would say, and like very encouraging.
Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you guys all being here. A wonderful, wonderful interview with an incredible physician. I saw in the chat, this doctor is awesome. I'm glad I've never needed him, but hopeful that if I did, that I would get a doctor like him. Griffin, Dr. Upperman was absolutely incredible.
Cheers to Dr. Upperman. I did not see that interview coming when it happened, and I was sitting there mouth agape during the interview and watching the playback now. Nothing has changed. Just an angel on earth. That man has been responsible for so many miracles, and what a pleasure it was to meet him.
He absolutely was incredible, as was everybody that we got a chance to sit with at Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. And you will get a chance to meet some more of those individuals as the evening goes on. Let's take a look, Griffin, at our donation counter that came in. We had some stuff happen while we were in segment. Let's take a look. Chelsea Thank you so very much, Chelsea, for dropping in $133.94. Thank you so very, very much. I appreciate that. And for the Christmas Angel Fun, saying that Talking Trek has inspired this gift. We appreciate that so very much. You guys are the inspiration for us, providing this inspiration to you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom came in and dropped $100 into the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that so very much. And
Stradalorian asked if he has been introduced to the Drippy Biddle DJs, and I do have it on good authority that he no longer listens to Jay-Z on the way home. He is listening to the Drippy Biddle.
I did maybe mention the fact that I'm somewhat of a composer myself, and so there was conversation had about that. Also, from
you are not a composer. Maybe you wrote the lyrics, but the computer wrote the song, and we all know it.
Yeah, there was manipulation there, right? Yeah, no, I didn't do anything. I click a button. No. And he did not hear the Drippy Biddle. I was slightly embarrassed. From X-Fam to the Nashville fam, with love. Game Junior of Alliance X-Fam donating $300 into the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you.
Go
Thank you so very much.
X-Fam.
Shout out X-Fam.
Gam Junior of X-Fam.
Inside Star Trek Fleet Command, thank you so very, very much. Listen, absolutely beautiful, wonderful, amazing. And Griffin, as you can see on your screen right now, $21,540.18 so far in the Christmas Angel Fund. Guys, putting us almost 60% through floor number 4, which is
absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
and we're just getting started, I have no doubt.
Oh, absolutely. We've got so much more that we're going to play for you here tonight. Before we start into our next segment, let's bring in a community manager. And when I say community manager, I don't mean just of Star Trek Fleet Command. I mean of community, of people. You know, one thing that I have seen Hammy do month after month, time after time, is even on rough days, Hammy is in the Discord trying to find a smile, trying to ease tensions, trying to manage the expectations of people. And that is a special thing as well.
It can be a thankless full-time job, and no doubt he uses Welch's Ghost Grape Energy to keep him going during those long days and cold nights when it's just him.
Absolutely.
Good job,
Hammy, welcome to the stage. Welcome to Talking Trek Gives Back. How are you, man?
I'm doing great because I think on this very special night that's filled with miracles, I think we have one more to add to the pile. And that would be that my camera's working.
What? Oh my gosh, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Hammy is here.
It's working.
The camera's fixed. It is a Christmas miracle.
It is.
I couldn't do anything for an hour, and all of a sudden, poof, it works.
There it is.
It was really touch and go for a while there. It didn't look like it, but I dug deep, man. I dug deep, and I just used a different browser.
That's that never say die attitude that you have.
Very good.
Obsidian
Very,
Hamster.
very proud of you right there. Let's fix you up here a little bit.
It was important that I get my camera working because I wanted to show my shirt. They won't let me wear it for the Patch Notes videos because they said it'd be too distracting.
Oh no!
But it's my new favorite shirt. It's the Ode to Spot.
Ode to Spot. Very nice, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and it's got David's whole poem to his cat going through the whole thing in the background. I love this shirt so much. I wanted to wear it. I just needed to be outside of a Patch Notes environment.
Well, we're glad that you were able to.
We need to free Hammy's shirt. That shirt belongs in the Patch Notes video. We're gonna have to make some phone calls.
That's what I said.
Why can't that shirt go into a Patch Notes video? All right, we're gonna have to. You know what? This is what you could do, community. Coming up this week, there is a player survey, and I'm going to encourage you to respond to Free Hammy's T-shirt. Okay, that's right, Free Hammy's T-shirt that can go into the survey here this week. Listen, it's an interesting time. It's been very, very busy here this week, Hammy, because not only do we have Talking Trek Gives Back. That's right, Zach. You saw a blink. You want me to start the blink counter? I do actually have. If it's okay.
Will you stop?
I have a blink counter. We can start it over. But listen, he's live. He's not reading from a script today, so he's doing fine. He's doing fantastic.
We did this experimentation last week. When you had to read from a teleprompter, DJs, you looked even stranger trying to read and not blink. So he is a professional.
Hammy, let me just ask you. Yeah, please.
If I can just say, if I could just say, what I do for the community, I save my blinks up all year for this night.
Oh.
So I save them up and I gift them to the world. So you're welcome, community.
Thank you. The blink counter. Yeah, he won't even give them to the Patch Notes videos. He brings them right here. Hammy, we are going to talk a little bit about the game. Obviously, very, very high level because we've got a lot to pack in tonight to a very limited amount of time. But I have to, I think, give a little bit of kudos. Sydney says the same thing in chat. Tell him good rollout so far. It really actually has been. You know, one thing that Griffin and I were talking about the other day, we saw some community sentiment about it didn't feel super overwhelming. There wasn't a gazillion things going on. I kind of feel like that was the plan, right? It feels like we are starting, like we're at the very front edge of starting to see a little bit of Connor's vision in implementation, where he said, hey, listen, we're gonna slow down just for a sec. Like, we're not gonna not do content. We're gonna do content, but there's no need to just, Griffin, like you said, there's no need to just jam in all this stuff. Like, let's make sure we're getting it right. Hammy, inside Culver City right now, it feels like, even with the cadence of communications, it feels like there's been a little bit more emphasis on fixing stuff quickly, right? Can you tell us a little bit about the sentiment going on over at Fleet Command right now?
Yeah, absolutely. And it goes back to what you mentioned about Connor's last update, where he talked about kind of, you know, not focusing on these huge kind of expansive arcs, but actually, you know, kind of scaling things back a little bit so that we can work on addressing issues when they come up. And I think we've seen some good examples of that. This release, I think, was really smooth. It wasn't flawless. There were a few small things here and there that we're still, you know, ironing out. But our response time has gotten a lot better. The two big ones that I wanted to call out. One was actually before the arc launch, was the Hierarchs Captain's Maneuver.
Yeah.
We heard this from the community about this fix needed to go out before, you know, the arc launch, you know, for part 2, and we got that in, and that was directly from the community. And I think it's because we're scaling back, we're able to really kind of focus on getting these fixes in when, like, faster. The other one, I think we were talking about this earlier, was the revenge attackers that are slightly more powerful than they were from the non-elites. You know, from last
Shout
November.
out Magoo, who found that. Magoo wrote up this whole big report. Yeah, Magoo.
So they're like 6 times more powerful.
Well, they're not that much. No, he was talking about the traditional ones as compared to even the traditionals from month 1 compared to this month.
Oh, they were bumped up too. Sure,
they were bumped up just a little bit too. What happened with that, Hammy?
That's actually kind of a funny story. So this was kind of feedback that we got from the PAC.
You're gonna blame? All right. You know what?
They came to us and gave us some feedback about the retaliation attackers, and we actually put in a fix to really pump things up for FC Cisco, right? But in doing so, it kind of helps with his strength against some retaliation attackers. But in doing that fix to Cisco, we accidentally made the retaliation attackers from the non-elites more difficult. But again, this was called out, and this is something that we're acting on. We're getting the fix out early next week. And I think it's because, again, it all goes back to what Connor was talking about focusing on less content and getting things right. And I think we're starting to see that.
Well, I feel like I'm at the end of an episode of Scooby-Doo, and Hammy has just ripped the mask off the villain, and there's UltimatDJz saying, I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you pesky kids.
Absolutely. The announcement reads as follows. The team identified an issue where non-elite solo outpost retaliation attackers had a slight increase in combat power, which they did. Shout out Magoo. While there may be a small impact when attacking at level or higher level non-elite solo outposts, overall, players should still be able to engage. However, you guys are rolling back that fix. The fix is going out on this coming Tuesday, December 16th. So shout out to Magoo and the Talking Trek Lab for those of you who found that little bit of a bump in hostile power. Thank you for calling that out. That got fixed. And I think that's great. You know what another one was that I saw? And actually, this was an announcement that just came out earlier today, And this was an entire community effort. I saw a lot of the moderators and the other content creators. Shout out to Tibbs and Ultravetica. And shout out Tibbs. Thank you for the raid a little bit ago. I hope you're still here. Shout out to Tibbs and Ultravetica who called out, and Lube, who called out the mastery bundles for Meridian. And I actually even joked about that on the show the other night, Hammy, and said, okay, you know what? I missed that one too. Everything was based off of the spreadsheet with the three chest pull, but we had forgotten about other buffs, right? The skins and the research and the services. So you guys saw that, took that into account, and that is rolling out a mastery improvement coming Tuesday as well, right?
Yep, I think that's planned for Tuesday as well. And it honestly, just from even a community manager perspective, it's very nice to be able to bring good news. You know, as soon as we see something that needs to be addressed, that we can get that fix in there as quick as we have been able to this month. I think, and I don't want to jinx anything, but this has been a good start to the month so far. I hope we can keep this momentum going.
Well, I hope so as well. I do. You know, players, last we heard from Connor in his letter, there was still a lot of sentiment, Hammy, about let's see action, right? We need action over words. And while I feel like the communications are technically in action because we're seeing better comms as well. You and Polly and Beck, these comms that are coming out are more detailed. We're getting information, and I don't want to believe that that's a fluke. I want to believe that that is, you know, Connor's direction coming in and saying, hey, we need to give more information. We need to be a little bit more transparent.
I don't like this whole thing of scaling back, and nobody's scaling back. I see the same amount of work being done. It's just been redistributed. Instead of just pumping new features and new, we're actually, that's throttled a bit, but we're then seeing a lot of effort being put in other much needed areas like comms, like redevelopment, like bug fixing, like making things work right immediately. And I think that is just such a breath of fresh air.
It really is. Tibbs describes it as streamlining, and maybe that's it. Hammy, what can you tell us about the direction of communication this month that has been different from the rest of 2025? Because at least it looks like, it feels like a concerted effort towards improving the quality of communication when it comes to the amount of information that they contain.
Well, I think this kind of kicked off with Connor's last update. He started to really kind of go to detail into some of the things that we've been working on and why they haven't been performing as well as intended. And I think we're just kind of carrying that on and trying to get as much information out to players as possible now, just to let them know, because I think giving players context for why something's happening is very, very helpful, because it also gives them an idea of when how difficult it will be to fix or what the timeline will be to fix. And luckily, so far, the issues that have come up are things that we can get resolved very quickly.
Well, I have definitely appreciated that. Even another one, which did actually take a little bit longer. I think we were at about 48 hours, but there was a battle pass issue, I think, with mid-ops. Yep. That has also been resolved, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Mostly.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair.
Yes,
I'm not in that range, so I can't see it. What do you have an update for us on that then?
They're basically, I'm asking for players to, I might come to regret this, but I need them to either ping me or ping support, because it was a very kind of narrow group of G4 players that were impacted by this Battle Pass issue. But I've been working with the live ops team. They've been phenomenal in trying to get to the bottom of this. So if you are experiencing this, just ping me on Discord or ping support, and they will be able to help out, no problem.
Well, the fact that that's happening in a relatively decent turnaround time, I just have to say, obviously we've got a lot of positivity tonight. We've got a lot of stuff that we're gonna do tonight, that we're gonna celebrate with community. But in that vein, I don't want it to be overlooked here on day 3 of the arc, in what may have been, it is one of the smoother launches that we've had in the last several months, and I have to feel like that is a significant push by your team to ensure that that's happening. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Hammy, to the entire team. Compared to what we've had over the last several months, this one feels better. It feels better, and it feels like there's some attention to detail going on there, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
You know, and I'll tell you what my experience was on Tuesday is that, you know, when we come up to ARC launch, you got to kind of steel yourself in. And you're like, okay, all right, let's do this. All right, let's get, you know, and you kind of batten down the hatches and you're ready for the storm. And so I go running into Discord that day. I'm like, okay, what's good? Okay.
Not bad.
Right.
Listen, he was
it was
ready.
A very pleasant Tuesday.
He was locked in. He had his Strawbango Ghost energy ready to go. He was super ready. And then it actually ended up being a mildly pleasant day. So I feel like I can see it. I know, and I've stood with the community, especially here lately, Hammy, when I say actions speak louder than words, and it pleases me to see some steps in the right direction this month. So kudos to the Fleet Command team, because I feel like, listen, got a lot of work left to do, but we are seeing action being put into place, and I appreciate
Hats off
that.
to you. We really appreciate it all. And I know that you and Sim Polly are not done now. We still have even more things to talk about, community related, on official Discord. And you know what I like to do? Spend money, but maybe I could win something and not have to spend money.
There is a little bit of a secret peek event that we've got coming up. Let me see if I can actually find this. You sent it to me, and then I got so distracted and didn't have a chance to actually finish this. You have a very special event. Yeah, we got a graphic coming up. Guys, take a quick peek at this right here. Hammy, tell us a little bit about what is actually happening on December the 12th. That's tomorrow. It says, join us December 12th on a Wintrek holiday event. And I see a baby jelly on this thing. By the way, I would love to see this on an ugly Christmas sweater. It's beautiful. This is a great Christmas sweater.
We need that.
This is a great Christmas sweater, this design. I like it. Tell us, Hammy, what is a Wintrek holiday event? What can players look for tomorrow?
Well, first off, I just want to give a shout out real quick to my fellow CM, Sim Polly.
Yep.
He works tirelessly on a lot of these events, and Wintrek is one of his favorites that he likes to do every year. Basically, and he created this word that I dread saying because I said it once on the patch notes. I'm going to try it. It's the adventure. Which
that's good. Okay, adventure. Okay,
it's kind of like the 12 days of Christmas, where each day, players will be asked to do a new challenge in game, then post the results in a thread, and then get points towards it. The super cool thing is 5 random winners, participators. Is participators a word? I'm not sure.
Participants.
It is. Okay.
Participants.
There it is. Thank you. 5 will win a pack of their choice from the store, which is always super cool. Now, each day has something different, whether it's away teams or PvP or what have you. But keep an eye out for day 11. That is my absolute favorite one, because that's the one where we're asking players to sing a carol in Klingon.
So this is a true to form 12 days of Christmas style event that you guys have planned that starts tomorrow.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So each day, just keep an eye out on Discord to see what the new challenge is, participate, and then you get a chance to win a pack. Now, I don't know if anybody sticks around for the community corner on the patch notes. It's my personal favorite part of the patch notes every month.
Obviously, yes.
But I actually did sing a Klingon Christmas carol. I could do it again in the spirit of the season if this is so desired.
Well,
absolutely. Hold on, just let me get ready for it. Hold on a second. Okay.
Honestly, that is the correct reply. Okay. That is the correct response. Just take it off. This is a rough translation. It's a rough translation. But let me try it once more. Okay?
Please, yes. Hold on. I've gotta. Okay. Where are my special buttons for this? I gotta find the right.
Oh God, I got them right here. Hold on. Red alert. Everybody, get your mutes ready. Hammy's going to do his war chant again.
Okay.
It's not very long. It's only like 5 or 6 words.
5 or 6
okay,
words.
So here we go.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know do we have any Klingon linguists in chat?
Oh, wrong. That's wrong. There it is. Okay.
Totally call me out. Okay. All right. Jacques me pou push cool dak pecta, which translates roughly to my enemy's heads roasting on an open fire.
Thank you, Bill. Fantastic.
Absolutely amazing. Obsidian hands to you, ladies and gentlemen. #1 with the bullet.
Did anybody clip that? I need that clipped. That is going to be a sound alert. It's got to be. All right, it's going to have to be.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah, translates to clip it. Very good. All right, so there you guys go. A little bit of a sneak peek into the 12 days of Christmas, the Win Trek holiday event here, where you have a chance to actually win in-game prizes, win in-game currency by participating in some holiday events and participating over in the official Discord, as well in submitting your entries. And the super secret special hint that Hammy just laid out to our audience: be starting to practice. Look for your Klingon Christmas Carol for day 11. Okay, so
is there a specific channel in official? This is obviously the Star Trek Fleet Command official Discord is where you find this event, ladies and gentlemen. Where exactly do they look?
That's a great question, Griffin.
Oh.
I wish I.
We're gonna get back to you on that. We're gonna get back to you on that.
We've got an in-game news. We're gonna have Discord, all the bells and whistles, but it should be the WinTrek channel that will be that will be very easy to find on the official STFC Discord.
Now, here's the thing, Forgotten
Sec.
Sec.
The clip that we just had posted in our chat.
Oh,
of course,
fantastic.
we'll have that up for you as well.
Forgotten Sec says, when is the Hanukkah event? I think that's why we're doing Win Trek, right? Win Trek, and we're winning Trek stuff. It is. It's the holiday event. It's going to celebrate all of them. And so I would imagine that Ops has got all kinds of wonderful goodies planned for us throughout the next 12 days. So hopefully that is all inclusive of everything there. So I appreciate that. Well, Hammy, thank you for the leak. Thank you for the leak. That is fantastic.
I am excited. I will be participating. I cannot wait. Thank you, Hammy.
All right, Hammy, as we get ready to head back into our next segment, how are you feeling about the community, the Christmas Angel Fund? As a matter of fact, if I pull it up on screen, we can see here we're at $21,500 so far.
Wow.
The goal is 78, Hammy. The goal is $78,000. Are we going to get there tonight?
Tonight, I feel good about it. I feel great about it. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. And I don't want to get too kind of corny right now, but and DJ, you know this. Like, I love this community. Like, I've been doing this job now. Going on 4 years, 5 years, something like that. I was actually I didn't have any gray hair when I started this job.
Wow.
Ooh.
I love this community, and I love being on this show when we're talking about like the good that they can do together in this time of year. I mentioned at the very start that I felt like this is a privilege, and it truly is, because it's humbling to see this type of generosity that the players in the community can do. So thank you to chat, thank you to the entire community for coming together to do this, because a lot of kids are a lot happier because of it. So thank you, DJ Griffin, for putting it all together. It's just so cool.
We appreciate you. We invite you to stick around. We've got more to come, and we might even come back. Rumor has it there may be another special guest or two with some prizes or secret surprises for the community that could be coming up here later on this evening. So stick around. We'll catch up with you a little bit later, Hammy. Okay. Thank you for being here, buddy.
Thanks, Hammy.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. As we prepare and continue on with Talking Trek Gives Back and our season of giving, we've got more STFC coming up, but not before we come back to the halls of Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt for Talking Trek Gives Back. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue.
Welcome back, community. Talking Trek Gives Back, the season of giving and Jingle Toy Drive here at Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital.
at Vanderbilt, and we are here with another very special guest. Now, you remember last year, we got to spend some time with Squid. He was a facility dog here at Monroe Carell. I say was, is still. Just had his 8th birthday, I think, right? And we are joined here today by Velour. Hello, Velour. How are you?
She's doing good. She's had a big day. She's excited to be here.
Yeah. So, Kaylor, you are Velour's partner, right? Is that how we describe this relationship? Tell us, what is the relationship between you and Velour?
Yeah, it definitely is a partnership. You know, Velour is fantastic at making relationships with patients, but that's guided by clinicians and by myself making decisions about what patients need her support, how we can best support them, and then how we can use her skills in a way that facilitates those treatment goals.
You had mentioned when she came in, she has had a very busy day already. I mean, we're early in the day, but she's already seen several patients, and you guys went over to meet another facility dog over at the adult hospital, Norman, you said. Yeah. What was that interaction like? Why did the two of them pair up for this today?
Today they paired up because it was Norman's 9th birthday party today.
Oh, wow.
So he had a big fun party over there, and he's one of Velour's best friends. So we wanted to go support his party and have some fun.
Oh, that's great. So, yeah, speaking of this relationship, Norman is one of the best friends. What is the relationship between Velour and Squid? I mean, are they all like...
I would say Squid and Velour are their coworkers, but they're also friends. So they share an office, so they get to see each other every day, and we overlap on a lot of patients, so you know they get to interact with the same types of people, and then outside of work, they play hard together. They love to play. Oh yeah.
So yeah, work, that was one thing that we learned last year, is that this is a job. It's a career for them, and they work very hard. They know their responsibilities during the day, but then just like us, they need to be able to go home and relax and play or just, you know, sleep a little bit. You know, tell us a little bit about Velour's daily routine here at the hospital. When does she start? When does she come in? And then what does she do when she goes home?
Yeah, so typically we're here in the afternoons. So in the morning time when we're at home, we make sure we spend time giving her exercise and playtime, but then making sure she takes a nap before work, because otherwise she will just run all morning and then not have energy by the time she gets here. So we have to give her a little nap time at home.
I love nap time.
A little lunchtime nap.
Yeah.
And then she gets to work, and then she pretty much gets right to it. So we try to see patients pretty much as soon as we get here to make sure that we're seeing as many kids as possible.
Tell me how that looks for you guys as far as seeing a patient. I mean, are they scheduling appointments with you just like they would with a clinician? Like, are they scheduling with you guys, or how do you determine who you get to see in a day?
Yeah, so a clinician puts in an order for our services. So it's only going to be for the patients that are really struggling with completing a certain treatment goal, or maybe there's something that's coming up for them that's going to cause a lot of anxiety. And so the clinician's then reaching out to us to get our support with whatever that need is. She's our social girl. She likes to say hi to everybody. So we get that order, and then we go meet the patient, and we decide if we're going to see them maybe for just that one situation, or if we are going to follow them. So if we keep following them, then it's up to us to decide when we're going back and how often we're seeing them, and working in partnership with maybe physical therapy to determine future goals for them.
Does she remember and look forward to seeing these patients again, like one that you're following? How does she build a relationship with a patient?
Definitely. Yeah, the more she interacts with somebody, the more comfortable she is with them. So she will sometimes, the first time meeting a patient, she'll be very relaxed and very slow, very cautious to make sure that she's approaching, in a comfortable way for them. And then as she gets to know them and they get to know her, you'll see her start entering the room with a little more wiggle, little tail wags. And as she figures out kind of what their energy is, she will meet that as well. So if it's a patient that needs to stay in bed and needs to stay calm, she will do that. If it's a patient who needs to get up and move, she will love to go take a walk with them or go play a game.
So she's very much in tune with the care plan. As a care provider, she is being instructed or trained on how to best serve this patient.
Yeah.
How can Velour do that?
I think that dogs can sense the mood and the energy in a room and with a person. And we've seen that with her for sure. We've seen kids who one day have a lot of energy, and then maybe the next day they've gotten really hard news, and the mood in the room is just, you can tell immediately it's very different than the day before, and she will match that immediately. So she just intuitively knows, and she meets people where they're at, which is really important here.
She basically becomes their buddy. We have talked with several patients over the last year that have specifically spoken about Squid or Velour being a really important part of how they cope being here. Like, they look forward to seeing them, not even as a child perceives it as care, but just like to be able to spend some time with their friend. Right?
Absolutely, and that's really how we try to form all the relationships, is we want it to feel like they're just seeing their buddy. We don't want it to feel like, oh, this is another person coming in and this is all the stuff I have to do today. So even if the goal might be the same as, let's say, physical therapy has, we're gonna come in and execute that goal in a way that feels like a child's just playing a game with their buddy, instead of it being, you need to do X, Y, and Z today.
So when she comes in and she's seeing all these patients, she is essentially a care provider. She's seeing patients all day. How is her temperament at the end of the day compared to the start of the day? When she gets done, is she just ready to crash out? I mean, is she wiped at the end of a hard day?
It depends on the day, and it depends on what we've done during that day. So I'd say typically she's ready to go home, ready for a break, but when she gets home, she wants to run and play. So her exhaustion level is more the mental exhaustion of just all the interaction she's had all day. It's not necessarily a physical exhaustion, because she wants to play when she gets home.
But for her, it's very much like any of us in our job. I mean, it can take a toll. We've got to take care of ourselves as well. How does Velour take care of herself?
Well, she loves to play with her dog sibling brother Ranger at home, so they play a lot. They wrestle and tug and play fetch. She loves getting pets and belly rubs and sleeping, so she's good at self-care. She can balance herself.
It's fantastic. Tell me a little bit about how Velour started in this career path. I mean, it's not every animal or every dog that can find a place inside Monroe Carell. How did Velour find her way here?
Yeah, so Velour and Squid are trained facility dogs, which means that they're service dogs who passed all the same tests as a normal service dog would need to pass. But instead of serving one individual, they serve an organization, which here is the hospital. So they both started as puppies. They were bred into the program for the service dogs from Canine Companions. And at 8 weeks old, they were then flown across the country to different puppy raiser families. And those families then took them for the next year to socialize them and give them just basic puppy obedience training before they then went to doggy college, which is the professional training aspect of the job. So they do that, and then around age 2 is when they're ready to graduate from that program and then get matched with their job.
So is that where you came in to match with Velour, was right around 2? So she just had her 3rd birthday, so you guys are relatively new partners, right?
Absolutely, yes.
What did you do before finding Velour as your coworker?
Yeah, so I was not working here at Monroe Carell. I was actually hired specifically for this role. So we started the process with Velour when I got here. So before that, I was working to provide psychosocial support for families with chronic illness, but in a recreation setting. So the hospital environment has been a new environment for me and Velour, so we've been learning that together.
So is this the first hospital that she has been
Yes.
working with?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Yep, and this will be her only placement. So her role is to work here.
That is great. So how does she interact with a patient? And what I mean by that is, what can a child expect from Velour when she comes in? Are there certain skills that she performs, or is it more of a laid back and kind of hang out kind of thing, or is there an instruction plan when we go in?
It's going to depend on the child and the need, and then just what's going on that day. So we might have a plan for what we want to accomplish, and then we get there and maybe the child's been through some really hard stuff already that day, and so we're instead just going to provide some cuddles and some mellow time in bed with Velour. But most of the time, Velour is helping kids get up and moving out of bed. So that's her specialty.
Yeah.
So
these
Velour,
are some special skills, right?
Yes, these are her special skills. And again, she was trained as a service dog, so we take that baseline training and we transfer them to things that we can do here at the hospital. So for example, as a service dog, one of her main roles is to pick things up off the ground and hand them to people. And so she very much likes to use her mouth to grab things. And that was part of her baseline training. So here we've transferred that into playing games like with toys where maybe she needs to grab something with her mouth, like playing cards. The honeybee game, which I brought today to show you, is one of her favorite games. So kids like to play these games with her, either just for socialization and normalization, but also to work on dexterity or maybe their ability to sit up for longer amounts of time. Or even just to get them out of bed and enticed more to come play the games with us in a different space.
She's going to be fussy at me here in a minute if we try to start playing games, because it looks like we're hitting nap time here.
She did finally relax.
Yeah. You said she's had a very busy day. So how many patients does she see in a day?
Depends on how long we're spending with each patient, but I would say on average between 4 and 6 patients a day. And we're part-time, so we're only here for 5 hours a day. But like today, for example, our patient interactions were longer than typical, and so we've seen 4 already, but those were really long patient interactions. So she hasn't had much of a break yet today.
Not much of a break. What are her favorite snacks? Do the patients get to enjoy mealtime with her, or is that a private time?
Yeah, so she only eats dog food, so no additional snacks, but she loves dog food, so that's what she considers a treat, is just her normal kibble. So patients don't normally feed the dogs unless it's something that we're incorporating into their treatment plan. So for example, if eating is a goal for them, then it might be beneficial for them to get to feed Valor and then for them to eat dinner kind of with her. So that might be something that if it's part of the goals, we might do that. But typically she eats in her office.
Well, Valor, it has been super nice to meet you. Will you show me your game? Oh, she's ready to play.
She's ready.
She's ready to play.
Sit. Yes. Okay. Well, first she wanted to show you her piano skills. So we might do this with a young kiddo. This is a fun one, just to play some music. You push. Yes. Push. Push. Yes. Push. Yes. Good job.
Awesome.
That's a fun one for littles. Maybe if we're practicing some tummy time or a need that a young child needs to stay upright, we need to capture their attention, we could play and take some turns with that. And then I'll demonstrate the honeybee game. All ages love this one, and Valor loves it especially. It's kind of like Kerplunk, if you've ever played Kerplunk. So these little leaves would go all around the tree, and then Valor and the kiddo would take turns pulling them out. V, you want to show? Got it. Yes, good
Good
girl.
job.
Yes.
What level of closeness or intimacy does Valor have with a patient? Like, does she kiss on patients? You had mentioned snuggles, sometimes just laying with and taking a nap, just providing some comfort.
If it's a child that she's seen regularly, meaning like more than twice, I would say, she forms that bond pretty quickly, and typically children form a bond with her immediately. She's pretty easy to love.
Yeah.
So, you know, depending on the kid and how close she can get to them, because depending on what's going on, she might not be able to snuggle up too close to them if they've got lots of machines and stuff hooked up. But if she can, she'll get right up in there. She loves it, and we try not to do too many doggy kisses just to keep things clean and safe.
Right.
But she does love doggy kisses. So
I was gonna say,
if there's a kid who wants that and we're willing to do a lot of hand washing before and after, she's all about it.
Yeah, loves laying out the doggy kisses. Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much, Kayla, for coming out and sharing a little bit of Valor's time with us. We know you've been very, very busy today, and we really appreciate you guys stopping by to introduce us.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
And what does Valor want for Christmas this year?
Valor would love some stuffed animal toys. She loves big fluffy toys. She carries them around like babies, and she just loves them.
Well, that is what we can work on this year also for you, Miss Valor, as well, is a nice, big, ginormous stuffed kitty cat.
She would love that.
Yeah, we're on that. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Community, we've got so much more. You can contribute towards Valor's ginormous stuffed kitty cat, as well as all of her patients, and bringing joy and smiles to the halls of Monroe, Carell. Scan the QR code on your screen today, whether it's $1, $5, $10, $1,000, whatever it is that you can do continues to help support the Jingle Toy Drive, music therapy, and right here with our facility dog, Velour, and giving her the opportunity to spend time with patients and so forth as well. So we appreciate you guys and all the support that you give to Talking Trek Gives Back. We will be back with more right after this. Don't go anywhere.
My name is Bradley. I'm 9 years old. We were in a car accident, and so she had third-degree burns to her face, to her arms and her leg. So PT has really been working with her, trying to build up her leg strength. And Velour and Squid, the dogs here, have been very helpful, trying to motivate her to get out of bed and be active. So that really kind of excites her, knowing that Velour or Squid are coming to help work with her during PT.
Well, Griffin, the donations continue to roll in. You guys can take a look at this QR code on your screen right now, right next to Griffin's face right there, up to $23,015.18. Hammy, they continue to come in. Let's take a look at what happened during our last segment. Torin donates $100 to the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you so very much.
Thank you,
Torin, for the kids, happy holidays. From the Major Samo Famo. Look at this. Woo-hoo! Major Samo Famo. We've got a $50 donation. Thank you so very much. The community wants the blink counter. Listen, we're just hanging out. You don't have to worry about the blink counter right now. He's great. Now he's going to stare. Now he's just going to stare.
Actually, I just want to say right now that for a very limited amount of time, I will match every donation with 10 blinks.
Oh, wow. Holy smokes. Blinks are up for grabs right now, guys. Let's take a look at this one, Griffin, that just came in. $1,000 for the kids. Thank you, DJs and Talking Trek, for all you do. Wow. That is an anonymous donation.
Thank
you.
That's 10,000 blinks.
That's 10,000 blinks. Get started, buddy. All right, go ahead. There they are. Oh, there they go. There they go. And we're off. And we're off. There he goes. He's going to keep going, everybody. He's going to keep going. Fantastic.
I'm doing it for the kids.
It's for the kids.
Just keep blinking.
Just keep blinking. Just keep blinking. Oh, that's great. Also, during that last segment, Candy White from the Candy White gaming community dropping in another $200. Thank you, Candy. Appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Let's see. What else did we have come in? Manxman dropping another $25 into the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you, Manxman.
Yes, sir.
Love Velour. So beautiful. I saw you guys in the chat. Beautiful eyes. She's such a beautiful dog. And she was so sweet and so friendly. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Aloha Diz Ohana, $100 from Iron Chef and family. Thank you.
Nice. I'm wearing lays in your honor, Sheffy. They're right here. Red and green.
Iron Chef.
Mad Hatter says, Hammy said for each donation, not every dollar. Okay, well then we'll let him off the hook.
Fair.
Listen, we're up to a year's worth of blinks here. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to blink for the next 17 Arcfall videos. All right.
You know, at any other time, I would be exhausted from all the blinking, but I'm not done yet tonight, people.
Not done
I'm
yet
going to
tonight.
keep blinking.
More blinks for every donation that you guys bring in.
Consult your physician before you continue blinking because you are turning a bright shade of red. And we're all very concerned for you.
That was a lot of
what's
effort.
funny? Like, it's like on my, like, so I see my camera screen over there and it looks normal, but I look like super pink right now. I don't know, like, if we can tie this into the holidays somehow, like everybody's got rosy cheeks or something like that.
I feel like there's
I don't know
something.
why the main feed is.
Hold on, let's just see. I feel like, you know, we might be able to actually do a little something here, community. We've messed with this a little bit before. I don't remember which. Oh, I found it. I found it. Look, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wow.
Green Hammy is here. We can go there. We'll go super pink, almost purple. There is blueberry Hammy, everybody.
Blueberry Hammy.
Blueberry Hammy.
He's very good.
Yeah, like it.
See,
There we go.
Just me.
Yeah.
I like it when there's equal opportunity picking oning. That's
Yeah,
very
there you
good.
go. Green eggs and hammy. There you go. Green eggs.
Now he's Andorian.
Green eggs and hammy. There you go. Fantastic. All right, we'll do.
Green eggs and ham is
Velour was an amazing facility dog to go check out. But, you know,
Yes.
Velour is not the only amazing pet here on screen. And I'm not just referring to the kitty cat to my right. Hammy has a beautiful cat at home, DJs. And I did send you a picture. I don't mean to put you on the spot. But
No,
there's
let's
nothing
see.
like a beautiful white kitty cat, fresh as the driven snow. Hammy, can you introduce us to your kitty cat if DJs can put the kitty
I got
on the
this.
screen?
I got
we'd
this,
all love
Kevin.
to
I'll
meet-
pull it up here.
We'd all love to meet him. Who are we looking at here?
His name is Pav, short for Pavlova. My girlfriend named him. But he's basically an all-white cat with a black tail.
Oh, kitty.
He's super chill, super chill. Like I had to feed him just now. This is how we started talking about Pav. He is the opposite of a service animal. I'm basically Pav's service animal.
Yeah, wants to be serviced. Yes, I get that.
The thing is, you know, all cats and all pets have their quirks, but Pav has this instinct to find the absolute worst place to stand around you, like right behind you, and you're in whatever blind spot you have. He will find it and he will sit there until you trip over him. And it's like it happens so often that whenever I'm in the kitchen, I'm just like, like before you move, you have to check everywhere, like all corners, up, down, all around. So he can be a handful, but I gotta say I love the little guy.
Look at me!
My nickname for him is Fluffy Turkey.
Look at me! Yeah, that is. Candy White says that is a cat's job to always be in the way. Absolutely. Silver Tap says my dog is always at my feet, especially in the kitchen. I get it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
So. All right. Well, community, we have so much more. Lots of stuff still to come. And if we take a look, oops, wrong button. If we take a look at the counter here, we are at $23,015 and going strong. And I'll point out that we are now 84% through floor number 4. All right. We've got 13 floors to go, plus a music cart. We're 84% through floor number 4. So you guys are doing an absolutely amazing, fantastic job. Griffin, we have so much more that came from Nashville. I feel like it might be time to go ahead and take a look at our next segment here, because this next piece is actually going to be super, super important, guys. This interview coming up is one of the biggest reasons that we're doing it this year. This is one of the biggest goals that we've got this year. And I think that it's time for us to actually see what we are shooting for this year, Griffin.
That's right. We made such an impact at the hospital with the generous gifts of all of our viewers for these video game carts and the joy and the magic that they brought into the hospital rooms and helping kids with their convalescence. There's another way to help, and there's another way to participate. It's a brand new idea, and we really want to be a big part of it.
Guys, let's take a look right here at what the ultimate goal is with Talking Trek Gives Back this year to benefit the patients and families of Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. Let's take a look. Welcome back, community. Talking Trek Gives Back is back for another season here, the 2025 season at Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. And we are joined by Dana Kim. Now, Dana is a very special guest and actually has a lot to do with our goals this year. I'm really excited to sit and talk with you. You are a music therapist. Tell me, what does that even mean in a hospital setting?
Yeah, it can be a hard thing to describe or understand if you've not heard of it before. We all know how music can be therapeutic in our day-to-day lives, but particularly when you're in the hospital, there's ways that you can use music to help with physical goals, emotional goals, social, cognitive goals, really to target that music. So as board certified music therapists, we use evidence-based interventions. So they're really grounded in the research of how music can be targeted to help someone's individual goals.
Let's talk about music in general just for a second. Before we dive into how you specifically target it to a patient, music is a powerful thing, right? Like, we can remember lyrics from a song from 20 years ago, 30 years ago, but I can't remember what I had for breakfast. There is something scientific about the way music is constructed and the way that a human brain receives it. Do you have, like, can you explain that to me? Why does that work with humans?
Yeah, I think the most simple way to think about it is that music impacts both sides of our brain, which is really unlike most other mediums. So it's really different than if you're sitting watching TV, you're reading a book, you're talking with someone. Music activates both sides of our brain. So it can have these really unique impacts, especially when it's targeted towards goals, just like you mentioned, of remembering something from a really long time ago and using that as a tool of how it can help someone remember, be present in the moment, and engage.
In a general hospital setting, we have seen examples of music being used like prenatally, right? The headphones on the belly, like people rely on music for medicinal purposes and not necessarily just the actual medical health, but also the psychological health and the mental health. How does music impact a baby in a mother's womb?
Yeah, so hearing is one of the first senses that develops. And so babies are hearing a little bit different than how you and I hear, because they're in the womb, so they have all these other sounds, but they are hearing those familiar voices of those primary caregivers who are here. So when I'm working with families in our NICU with music therapy, and when we're assessing if a baby is ready to have music therapy, ready to have more auditory and sound stimulation, I'm really working to empower them that their voices are their superpower. It's going to be totally different than my voice, the physician, the doctor, what they can do, because that baby's already familiar with those voices that they've been hearing all along.
So a newborn baby already knows mom and dad's voice.
Yes.
What kind of sound or music therapy are you able to use? You had mentioned you're in the NICU, so you're with teeny tiny babies. How are you able to determine what kind of impact music therapy is having with them?
Yes, so we work really closely with the entire developmental support team in the NICU. I think it's really incredible here at Monroe Carell that we have a dedicated developmental support team to our NICU infants. And so we're partnering with our child life specialist, our physical therapists, our occupational therapists, and speech therapists to really assess all of these developmental needs and work along that gestational timeline. So looking at when was a baby born, how early were they born, what types of stimulation may be appropriate, but then assessing the baby's responses in the moment to make sure that we're not overstimulating, that we are really helping them to grow and develop in the way that they need to.
What kind of different forms exist within music therapy? Like you just said, there's a customized approach to everything is going to be targeted a little bit differently. So is it just different styles of music, or is it different styles of sound, animal sounds versus water sounds? Or, I mean, what, can you give us a little bit of a definition of the scope of auditory therapy?
So with infants in the NICU, we're really working to slowly introduce that auditory stimulation. So we're not going to jump right into that recorded music that maybe your niece is listening to on those Beats headphones. We're really starting with voices and even just starting with slow humming and really assessing their responses, building into using words and language, which helps to promote early language development, social emotional development, and then we're adding in those other layers of the music, maybe adding in a guitar and more instrumentation as the baby's ready for that increased stimulation.
And are you a musician? Do you do all of these things?
So that's part of being a music therapist in our training. It's really diverse in that we have to have those musical skills to be able to provide that music in the moment. So all music therapists play at least piano, guitar, have those vocal skills, percussion skills, but often people have additional primary instruments, and we're always learning, whether that's through music technology, a new type of music, a new artist that's come out. It's really a lifelong learning process. And then we have courses in psychology and counseling to understand how can we take that music and apply that in a way that's going to work towards those targeted goals.
Do you have anybody that plays the tuba?
Ooh, I don't think we do right now. We have, are you offering? Are you saying?
I mean, I'm like on a scale of 1 to 10, like I'm a solid 3.5, okay? I got this.
Kids would be so down for that, though.
Yeah, I mean, tuba's a cool instrument.
Super cool.
Does it? Yeah. Got that.
And they would love that too.
Does music therapy extend beyond instrumentation? Do you also work with them on singing and vocals?
Yeah, we can. It's really assessing each kid and what their interests are, what their goals are. Sometimes that singing is a targeted goal, whether that's for respiratory support. Often our patients here in cardiology are working on that respiratory support, taking deep breaths, and there's nothing better than singing for promoting that respiratory support, but it's a lot more fun than breathing exercises, so it can be really motivating to work on those goals. Or it could be for self-expression and creativity, or empowering them to use their voice. Often for kids in the hospital, it's really hard to speak up to their medical team. They have these big rounds with all these providers coming, and it can be really intimidating for us as adults, but especially for children. And so using that of empowering them to use their voice to express their needs, their wishes, and build that rapport with their medical team can be so important.
Wow. Yeah, that's something I hadn't really even considered, was the impact of giving them the ability to create their music. Have you found that is an effective means of patients connecting with their care providers?
Yes, I think it's so important here in the hospital setting, that songwriting element, music creation, of building self-esteem, building confidence, expressing complex emotions. I think so many of the kids that we see are going through really difficult things that are hard to talk about. And to put that into words can be really difficult, but music can hold space for all of those complex emotions. So it can be really powerful. We've had patients write songs that detail what they like in their care to their healthcare providers, whether that's they like to be able to get out of their room once a day, or they like warm water when they're taking a bath, or don't forget the lotion, those things that are just that they need that help them to feel like themselves. And we can incorporate that into a really fun song that they can share with those providers. We can put the lyrics on their door, and it's a great way for building that relationship that's so important.
How do you guys accomplish that now? And I'm asking that for a very specific reason, community, so hang tight, but what tools do you have now that is allowing a patient to create music?
Yeah, so we have, some basic recording tools, with a laptop, with an iPad, but we really love to offer a more robust experience for patients and families to be able to record and to be able to create music like they're hearing on the radio. So much of what we hear now has that electronic component. It's what kids are familiar with. It also makes music really accessible for kids. Say you've never touched a guitar before, maybe there's a limitation for being able to engage with that instrument. With technology, we can make that so accessible to any child to be able to create something that sounds like their favorite artist, or can express a difficult emotion, or really capture these family moments in the hospital, because we have families who are living here. They're making memories here. And so how can we capture those moments in a really authentic way?
One of the things that our community is working on this year, which Lee Ellen tells me that you are a crucial piece of, so we're gonna lay this plan out here. So the goal this year, community, was $78,000. Within that is not only the goal of restocking the warehouse, and providing all the kids, you know, a gift during the holiday season. But also last year we had the gaming carts, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. This year we're shifting gears a little bit over looking at your department. You have talked to us about this music production cart you want to build.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about what it is? I mean, if the community gives $5, $10, $100 today, what is that working towards? What equipment do you want to make available to your patients?
Yeah, it's really taking that more professional recording studio, putting it on a mobile cart that can go into that child's room and make all of that accessible for them right there at the bedside. So it would have the latest recording software, beautiful microphones where we can capture their voices without all this side kind of sound getting in there, that we can really get those clear, beautiful voices. We do a lot of therapeutic heartbeat recordings where we record children and families' heartbeats, and those can become the beat of the song, so we can incorporate that into what they're doing. Keyboards, synthesizers, all of those different electronic music tools that they can really have at their fingertips to explore in a way that's meaningful to them. And it would give us so much adaptability to work with kids, you know, from 5 through our young adult patients, and really meet them where they're at and their interests.
Yeah, this is an incredible goal, and when Lee Ellen told us about this wish item for the hospital this year, it really piqued all of our interest, because obviously we all know the impact of music, and like I said earlier, not fully understanding how music therapy can impact a patient's experience here at the hospital, you know, even with just the coping, right? Like, music is great for us to listen to. The perspective of that, chat, that I've never thought about is how it allows them to express the creative side and the coping with that, maybe helping them deal with their feelings. So creating music sounds like it would be incredibly awesome, but this is a big goal, right? Like, that type of stuff is expensive, and you're wanting to put everything together so that we can touch any patient, like regardless of whether they're in isolation or whether they're in a common room, you want to be able to go to them and be able to create music.
Exactly, and so that's what we love about this mobile cart concept, is that it can go to that patient that's on isolation, that's maybe missing out on other opportunities in the hospital because they can't leave their room, that we can bring that right to them. But we can also do incredible group sessions with many different patients at the same time, so that they can connect through music. They
Making
can,
a band.
That's right.
Doing a whole group thing.
Which we have done a lot of, but not had these tools to really enrich that experience and create those connections and allow kids to make music like they're hearing on the radio together.
Like shooting a music video and doing the TikTok dances. Yeah. That is the goal this year, community. $78,000 that not only, like I said, takes care of the warehouse and does all the toys. And it's so funny that we consider that old hat now. Like, we're going to fill the warehouse. Okay, we know we're going to do that. And we're going to take care of all the kids in all 13 floors. We know we're going to do that. But this is the pinnacle this year. This is the special item. Just like the gaming carts were last year, is this music studio, giving the gift of music, which, when you think about how you break that down, like you've explained to us, is maybe one of the most precious gifts that can be given, because it stays with us for an entire lifetime. You guys have an opportunity to contribute to that today by scanning the QR code on your screen and giving any amount, whatever you can, $1, $5, $100, $500, whatever it is that you feel like you can do to support a child's journey in recovery, because that is what these hospital walls are ultimately for, is to bring a child back to a healthy state and put them back into the world the best way that they can. And learning how to cope with the reason they're here is a big piece of that.
Yes, and music is such a great connection to that piece of yourself, of who you are when you're in the hospital and maybe everything else feels different. That music is such a great reminder of who you are and those family connections that you have.
Dana, before we go, is there any one specific story or interaction that you can recall with a patient where you just knew that music therapy made such an absolutely undeniable impact on their recovery?
Oh gosh, I met so many patients. I have endless stories. I think one that comes to mind, recently, is a younger child who, big Taylor Swift fan, so lots of Taylor Swift music, and really loves to sing, share that music, connect with that artist. We did a lot of recording with what we have right now with basic tools to kind of capture those sounds. And then we were able to listen and record her heartbeat. As she was here, you know, awaiting transplant, awaiting that new heart. We don't know how long, you know, a patient like that's going to be with us here in the hospital waiting, and just seeing her hear the beat of her body with that music and what that means and that connection as she's processing these really big medical concepts, life-changing concepts, and just the way that that helped her process and cope with that and stay connected with those things that she loved doing with her family at home, and helping her with that big life-changing process of heart transplant and being able to work with her through that journey.
Well, that's a big one, a heart transplant. So listen, you guys have the opportunity to contribute towards every child in this hospital this year with the QR code on your screen. We've got so much more. Dana, thank you for spending time with us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
And thank you for providing the concept of our goal this year with this music cart. We're going to do everything we can to get you there. We're going to do everything we can to make this such an incredible tool that you guys can use to provide these kids an outlet, whether it's through healing, expression, understanding. I think we often can misplace the importance of music, and I'm so glad to have met you, and I'm so glad that this is our project this year. So
well, we're so grateful. It's going to impact so many kids and families. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for doing what you do, and thank you to everybody here at Monroe Carell. We've got so much more on the other side of this, including Mario Kart Revenge. It's coming up later. All right, guys, we'll be right back.
So I'm gonna do my no, come back. Okay, so no. We gotta focus. I'm gonna start the intro, and then you're gonna take it over. And Hello, Star Trek Fleet Command community and the Talking Trek community. Chamomile here and I, well, just me, because Chamomile has left me. Hello, Talking Trek community, and of course, the Star Trek Fleet Command community as a whole. It's me, it's Beck, and popping in to share some super exciting news. I am beyond thrilled to say that we will be donating $12,000 this year to Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital in Nashville, Tennessee. This is of course going directly to these children and their families in need to hopefully help them have a brighter holiday season, one with maybe a little less stress, a little less of a financial burden, and hopefully a whole lot of hope. I have had the absolute privilege and pleasure and the blessing to get to know so many of you over the last several years. I said it last year, I said it the year before. This community is the most passionate community that I've ever been around. And when you guys really set your mind to do something, you do it, including amazing causes like this one. And personally, I am so excited to be a part of this with you. Thank you for being the heart of this community, and thank you for making such a real and tangible difference. We're gonna do great things again this year together. As always, Commanders, live long and prosper.
Funding 2 entire floors. Hammy, oh my goodness gracious. From the Star Trek Fleet Command headquarters in Culver City, thank you so very much to Fleet Command.
And then their heart grew 3 sizes bigger.
Absolutely.
What an amazing thing. Thank you very much, Scopely. Thank you, Fleet Command. Thanks, Beck. Thanks, Hammy. That is incredible.
You know, I thought 2 things immediately when Beck made that announcement. First off, I think that's so freaking awesome that we were able to do that. And the second immediate thought was, I'm going to be doing a lot of bling. Because that's
120,000 blinks, pal. You got 120 grand.
That's a lot of blinks, bud. All right, it's time to get started there.
Yep.
I can't thank you and Scopely enough for being such amazing partners in making a difference out there. You know, just absolutely incredible. I can't thank you enough. Thank you, Scopely. Thank you, Beck. Thank you, Hammy.
Absolutely.
Really happy we can do this.
Really great. Thank you so very much. And of course, Chad, if you take a look. Oh, Hammy, your speaker got loud. I know.
I changed nothing.
What's wrong?
What has happened? What has happened? All right, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. Guys, if you'll take a look at your screen right now, take a look at this, Griffin. Just cleared floor number 5 now. We are 88% through floor number 5, clearing 4, clearing number 5, and now almost done with floor number 6. That is absolutely crazy. Let's take a quick peek at what happened during that last segment. Let's just see right here. Look here. Griffin from the Tiberians and his community, thank you. From the Tiberians family and Twitch supporters, $150. Thank you so very, very much. To the Christmas Angel Fund.
Awesome.
Absolutely beautiful. Anonymous coming in and dropping $25 extra into the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you. Music for the children is what they're after there. Thank you so very much. And all the way from down under. You know, let me just say this. This is what, Hammy, this has to make you proud. I see Beck in the audience. has to make you guys proud, as you had mentioned earlier, watching the community come together, because we've seen Major Samo here tonight. We've seen Tiberius here tonight. And here, all the way from across the globe, Ultravetica and his community dropping in 100 Australian dollars, $66. Thank you.
Thank you, Ultravetica.
So very much, Ultravetica. Absolutely,
family we have here.
Another content creator here, Zero G's. Thank you so very much, Zero G's and family, from your community, donating $50 into the Christmas Angel Fund.
Nice.
Thank you. A little bit earlier, we saw a raid-in from another wonderful, amazing streamer that you guys got to actually meet earlier this year. OG Little Hippie, thank you for bringing your audience here tonight. Thank you so very, very much. Tabby says, DJs, did you know that amount was coming? I literally knew only a few hours ago. So I think it is absolutely amazing. Thank you. We had Candy White and his streaming community come in here. So much. Major Samo and the Major Samo Famo in here tonight. Dr. Iron Chef and his community. Guys, these are Lube starting off the show with a $500 donation. That's is huge. The power.
It's all huge.
This is just amazing power exhibited by this community. Guys, taking a look at your screen right now, $35,306.
Wow.
$35,000.
Incredible.
It is absolutely wild. Thank you guys so much. Tarpy says, keep blinking, Hammy. Keep blinking. We got so much more. You're 88% through. That's right. Strider says almost halfway. Absolutely incredible. Thank you all so very, very much. Thank you to everybody who's contributed.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. I'm trying to get as many subscriptions as I possibly can, and you're all welcome. I'm just very thankful that you're here watching with us and returning to our community and being a part of this wonderful evening. And it doesn't matter what you contribute, the fact that you're simply here and spreading this awareness. And for those of you that are putting some money in, I mean, we just cannot thank you enough for your time, your investment. We're all very busy. It's the holidays. Our kids have projects. I just had to record a science project for my kid in between videos. Like, we're all doing things. And the fact that you are here and participating is incredible. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, Maj says, yo, I don't think I saw that right. Can you? What was that donation? Here, it's on your screen again. Star Trek Fleet Command. All right. Scopely and the Star Trek Fleet Command community, the team, all right? Hammy, Beck, War Daddy, Connor, and all the rest dropping in $12,000, completely funding 2 floors of children.
That is unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so very much. And sadly, for mine and Griffin's Vale, that means that there will be some clearing happening. Yikes!
Oh no, I'm going to be the least popular person on my my veil.
We got to go clear a veil here in just a little bit. So we do have more. I know, Maj, isn't that absolutely crazy? Hashtag clear the veils. Hammy, listen, just so you don't have to be associated with the violence that is going to happen in our veils a little bit later. I understand that you've got another meeting to get to, so thank you so very much for being here and being a part of our community here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Obsidian Hamster, a part of our amazing community, and thank you so very, very much. Hammy, appreciate
you for your time.
man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
With my OG Ghost energy. It's been too long, pal. Come and hang out more often.
I would love to come back more often to hang out. I always have a blast when I'm here. But again, I want to thank the community because I think I was on the stream last year too. I think I was.
You were.
And I just remember how awesome it felt, and it feels even more awesome this year. So I want to keep coming back, especially when you do this stream, because I think, again, what the community is doing is so important and it's so good. And I think it represents just how awesome the community is. So thank you to all the players that are stepping up and, showing up or even just hanging out tonight.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great hanging out with you. I always have a blast. So thanks, everybody. Really, really appreciate it.
Well, thank you so very much. And thank you to your team. Please send our gratitude to Beck and Connor and you and all the rest. Thank you so very, very much. We appreciate you. Thank you so very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for community manager Obsidian green hamster, green eggs and hammy.
I'll tell you what. I'll blink myself out. How about that?
Okay, yeah, there he goes. He's blinking on out, everybody. There you go. Thank you so very much. Maj dropping in $500 to the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you. Maj, that is beautiful. That is incredible. Thank you so very much. Guys, 97%. Look above Griffin's head right now. 97% through floor number 6. We are so close to clearing floor number 6 and moving on to floor number 7.
That's going to happen almost immediately. Just watch.
Yeah, that is it. It's going to happen right here. So you guys just hang out. Norgoth Gaming, thank you for the raid. Welcome your family into our community tonight for an absolutely incredible stream. Thank you so very much. We do have so much more still to come. As a matter of fact, this next segment going to feel better. All right, this is going to feel good because right here, guys, you guys are going to actually get to see firsthand the work that you guys put in last year. What was it that we tried to do last year? It was gaming carts. Did that actually happen?
Right.
Did those gaming carts?
Gaming carts.
We wanted gaming carts. We wanted them now. Guys, do you want to see what you guys were responsible for, what you actually got to touch and to create and to bring in this hospital and to literally change the lives of multiple hundreds of patients? Guys,
and it's not just the gaming carts. Spoiler alert, leaks.
Leaks! It's not just that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what you did last year so that you know what impact you're going to have this coming year. Ladies and gentlemen, Talking Trek continues to give back right now.
I've got to raid the veil? Oh, man.
Welcome back, community, to Talking Trek Gives Back. It is the Christmas Angel Fund. It is our season of giving here at Talking Trek. And we are with another familiar face. You guys will remember Graydon Knapp, our technology and gaming specialist here at Monroe, Carell. And it's been an absolute pleasure working with you throughout the year. And last year we had a lot of fun, and we've got some more fun stuff coming up a little bit later this afternoon. But you brought something you wanted to show off to the community today, right?
I did. So this is a therapeutic gaming cart. So this is something that came exactly from you guys. There's a PlayStation 5 on here. There's a Nintendo Switch, and there's an Xbox Series X. So it has kind of the wide array of the three major gaming consoles. And so what makes this therapeutic are not the consoles themselves, it's the games and the different ways to interact with the games. So what that looks like are, we have the regular controllers as well, but then we also have these adaptive controllers for patients that have lower mobility or can't press the small buttons. So we have a larger button called the Xbox Adaptability Controller. It has some connections on the back, so you can kind of adjust it to however you need. And then I also brought this awesome device called the Next Playground. And so this is pretty much a movement-based device that we use with physical therapy and occupational therapy that you don't have to hold any controllers or anything. And one of the best examples that this game has is Fruit Ninja, so you can literally use your arms.
That is awesome.
To slice fruit. And so that has been a really amazing tool for occupational and physical therapists.
Tell me a little bit about how we've been using this in patient rooms this year. This was one of the gaming carts that we had done, actually one of 3 that we did last year. And so you and your team have been taking these to patient rooms. I mean, these things are getting full on used, right?
Absolutely, every day. So these get used in so many different ways. For example, one of the patients I used this exact cart with yesterday, we played Mario Kart to help connect the chaplain to the patient. So the patient was having a tough time connecting with people in the hospital, and chaplains are really amazing with connecting patients in the hospital, but sometimes have a little bit difficulty getting into the emotional support part of their care. And so we use video games as a means of communication in that rapport building and in that building trust between two humans. And so then the patient and the chaplain got to connect through video games originally, and then as the conversation went on, they got to kind of dig deep into what's important to the patient and what's important to their family.
Yeah, this is where Child Life is just, it's an unbelievable service and an unbelievable method of treatment and a piece of the treatment that you guys use here, because like you say, when you find a patient that because everybody's different, right? Everybody feels different, and everybody's reacting differently to whatever's going on in their life, and so finding the right approach, right? It matters, whether it's music, whether it's gaming, whether it's, you know, having a conversation, and so having the tools must be nice to be able to find that kind of connection, right?
Absolutely, and there's a lot of awesome co-treating opportunities that we get to do with gaming as well. So as you touched on music therapy, there's really amazing music that exists in video games. Claire Obscura is a great example.
For sure, yeah.
And there's, you know, music is just like a really big piece of gaming. So being able to do those cross collaborations and share our patients with each other has been a really amazing picture that gaming provided that I didn't really expect, or that I don't know if anybody really expected, how many things can exist just through something as silly as video games, right?
Yeah. You are in your second year here at Monroe, Carell, and tell me a little bit about what you have picked up on and learned throughout your program over the last 2 years, as far as what different ways there are to approach patients with gaming.
Yeah, oh my gosh, there's so many different ways. So I keep touching on this cross-collaborative piece because I really do think it's one of the most meaningful ways that we can connect with our patients. And so working with our physical therapists in the fine motor skills that gaming provides has been a really amazing piece of getting patients motivated to do physical therapy again. And you know, sometimes when something traumatic happens to you, you don't want to move, you don't want to get up anymore. And so physical therapy can be a really traumatizing piece of the hospital experience. And so connecting physical therapy or connecting occupational therapy with something that is familiar and something that you love has been a really amazing collaboration. And then there's also really awesome events that we can create. So I don't think that this existed when we first talked, but now we have an event called Mario Kart Monday. So every Monday, we connect patients together on the stage down in Seacrest Studios, and we all play Mario Kart all together. We get so many patients come by every single week, and they all get to collaborate and talk and play video games together. And it's such a humbling and fun experience for everybody involved.
So in other words, you're telling me that you had so much fun with my humiliation last year that it's now become an every Monday event.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Loving that. We've got more of that actually coming up a little bit later. We're going to meet Everett, who's an ambassador here. And from what I hear, he's been practicing. He might be, he says that he is the ultimate champ. But I've been practicing too. So we're going to do this here in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see.
But that is actually really, really cool. And you guys may remember that's exactly where we were last year. Was down at Seacrest Studios doing the whole big Mario Kart thing. And that has become a tradition or a part of the programming here, which is awesome. We're a part of that, guys.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what your goals are for the upcoming year. We're getting ready to hop into 2026. New goals, new programs, and new ways to innovate therapy and healing. What are some of the ideas that you've got for this coming year that you would like to try to start or try to work on this year?
Yeah, really good question. So on the technology front, definitely one thing I'm really focused on and really putting in a lot of work is this 3D printing and 3D modeling. Because when I first got here, I was kind of doing okay, how can I best fit in? How can I really do my best to be a part of this whole team? Because I don't want to silo gaming into just something that I do. I want it to be something that Child Life uses. I want it to be something that music therapy uses, our chaplain services. And so one of the ways when I was kind of doing that reaching out to our Child Life team is they don't have a lot of the educational materials that they want to use for our patients. And so where I've been the most beneficial in that area is modeling and doing a lot of 3D work on that computer, and being able to transition that into 3D models and 3D prints for Child Life to be able to use for educational purposes. And so where I'm really looking to educate myself and do more work in the area is just be better at 3D modeling, watch YouTube videos, take courses, so that I can do a lot more of those 3D modeling works for our patients.
Yeah, that is super cool. Now let's recap for our audience who may not remember. If you're joining us for the very first time, we're going to invite you to scan the QR code that is on your screen, because your funds is going to go to fund things like this. Last year, we funded 3 of these. These cards, there are 3 of them now roaming the hospital that patients are using every single day. there was also the 3D printer that you were just talking about.
Yes.
And even a few minutes ago, you were talking about that you had made a special form of adaptive controller that allowed patients, and I'd like to show you this too. This is something you printed with this machine so
Yes.
that patients can play games with one hand.
So this controller that you're seeing is the right-handed controller. So for patients that have limited mobility in their left hand. And so what this allows them to do is use the full Xbox controller. They can play all of the Xbox games that they know and love, but just with the one hand that they have access to right now.
You were also telling me, and I want you to share with the community about this.
Yeah.
You were telling me off air about some of the models that you've printed, specifically tying back to a minute ago with your education. Tell our community about what it is that you're using that printer for that might not just be about gaming.
Absolutely, yeah. So there have been, we've printed probably over 100 models at this point of so many different body parts, bones, organs, livers, brains, everything that maybe if you are in a limb loss situation or you have kidney failure, we can show you what your kidney or what a healthy kidney looks like versus maybe the kidney that you have and what the plan is moving forward. So using like tools and play is kind of like the main way that we choose to interact with kids, because kids learn through play. That's like one of Child Life's big mantras, Child Life's big things that they love to say. And it's true. We get to see it for especially those anywhere between, I mean, infant to like 8 years old or so. Learning through play and learning through like holding and the actual like touching and understanding piece is definitely like the main way that we've kind of used the printer so far.
So this goes beyond just the gaming or the entertainment piece, but it's also an opportunity for a kinetic learner, a child, to be able to see, this is me, right?
Yeah.
And to be able to understand it in a different way that words may not work, right? I don't understand most of what a doctor might tell me, but to see it and to feel it and touch it, that makes a huge, huge difference. Have you found that this is helpful not only to the patients, but maybe their parents as well, or their siblings in explaining why they're here?
Absolutely. When you're in the hospital, it's really easy for patients and families to have a disconnect, right? There's some sort of distrust that can happen, not always, but can happen when you're in the hospital. And so this is kind of a bandage, or this is kind of one of those healing fibers that can help bridge the gap between a patient and a family. And so this is just one of those pieces. Child Life and all the other people I've mentioned are another piece of those healing fibers. But yeah, education is absolutely one piece that we try to give all the power to the family.
It is really incredible what you're doing with the tools that the community has provided over the last, 2 years, almost 3 years now.
Yeah.
And it's super humbling to actually see it now, guys. And we're going to use this here in just a little bit. Everett's going to come up. We're going to play on this card. This is our card, and we're going to play on it coming up here in just a little bit, and hopefully maybe be able to see the way that your contributions are actually impacting human life. What is the best game out right now that you and your patients are just madly in love with right now? What are you playing the most of these days?
Well, just sheer playtime, it is absolutely going to be this game. I mean, Mario Kart is just one for the ages. It's something.
It's a true classic.
Yes, I would say I've also really connected with patients through sports games, actually, which is not something I necessarily expected. But Madden, college football, NHL. We have an NHL team local to Nashville, and so those are like some of the best games that I've been able to use to connect with patients. Absolutely.
So that's really, really awesome. So we've got more stuff coming. We've got more carts also coming. You said that we had, I think there was at least one more. You've got the gaming PC that is brand new. So this wasn't all a quick slam, one and done. These contributions that you guys are giving are actually continuing to improve the hospital throughout the entire year. Not just with the toy warehouse, but also within Child Life with your department, gaming, the education, so forth and so on. So please be sure to do your part here today. We're asking for your help. The goal this year is $78,000. Might as well round it out and say $80,000 is what we are shooting for. So you guys can do your part right now by scanning the QR code on your screen and do your part, whatever it is, $1, $5, $10, because everything matters when we put everything into a big pot and then we actually get to see this stuff.
Before we go, I actually do have one gift for you.
Oh gosh, okay.
And I know this part was unplanned, but 3D printed some of these guys for you.
Oh my goodness, guys. Look at this. This coming off of our actual 3D printer. Check that out.
It is.
That is incredible. Thank you so much.
Oh,
that
dude,
is
you're
nice.
so welcome. You're so welcome.
That is fantastic.
This was a concept piece. this one didn't come out as well as I had hoped, but it was
just like everything that we do. It's a complete mess. It's totally fine.
I tried my best, but
this is fantastic. You guys get a good look at that right there. You know what? I actually love that, and that is actually, in fact, going home with me. So, well, thank you so much.
You're so
I really
welcome, man.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us back here.
Of course.
We will be back with more right after this. Listen, be sure to scan the QR code and do whatever it is that you can, because every penny makes a difference to these families. We've got so much more coming up, including some Mario Kart Retribution. Comes up on the other side of this. Don't go anywhere.
Harper is a smart, animal-loving 7-year-old who's always ready to learn new things. She's a great big sister who loves to dance and visit the lake. She was diagnosed in early August with stage 2 Wilms tumor. She had surgery to remove her kidney and tumor and has completed 10 rounds of chemotherapy so far. She's looking forward to completing chemotherapy at the end of the year and starting 2025 cancer-free. Smashville, give it up for our Hockey Fights Cancer Ambassador, Harper! At this time, we'd like to invite Utah Hockey Club's Clayton Keller and the Predators captain Roman Yossi to join the Hockey Fights Cancer Ambassador, Harper, for a ceremonial puck drop.
I was not ready for that either. Absolutely incredible. Harper, a beautiful, beautiful, amazing young girl. And did you see the excitement? Just the absolute thrill to be a part of an NHL hockey game, to come out and do the puck drop, just absolutely dancing her little heart out.
That was pure joy there.
It was absolutely incredible. It's beautiful.
I'm having so many different chats that I'm talking to Caledon here in a private chat, and it's about another topic, but it's true. We do take so much for granted in life.
Yeah.
And just to see somebody come out on the other side of something like that and double down that it's a kid, and, you know, just the miracles that happen at Monroe and Carell are, and, you know, just, I'm a loss for words.
Yeah, there really aren't words that can be put into the things that we got to see while we're in Nashville. And I'm going to point out, which is absolutely incredible, the items that Graydon printed for us. Here they are. We've got them. As a matter of fact, Griffin, he printed us 3. And so
he did. You were supposed to give me one, you jerk, and I didn't get one. That's okay. Let's give them away.
I think that's exactly what should happen. So here, guys, from our 3D printer. This is the 3D printer that you guys made happen. And we've got these amazing command badges that we are going to send to you guys. As a matter of fact, one is very specially printed with a Command Gold background. All right. So these are here, and we will be awarding these to the community over the next couple of days. The one that I've got to keep this. All right. This is going up in the studio. This is the cat in carbonite. Absolutely. That's right. Rage says, so my luck is going to be horrible. It's a command badge, and I can't get any of those. You get it. Tony says, I need a command badge. All right. Absolutely beautiful.
I thought we said in the pre-production meeting we were going to give the cat one away to the highest donor of the night. What happened to that?
Oh, did we say that? I completely forgot about that. Okay. Well, there you go. You heard it. The highest donor of the night by the time we get off the air can take home the cat in carbonite. But we also have 3 amazing command badges that we will be giving away.
That is more command badges than I get in a year, especially if you're pulling G4 rare.
I was gonna say, yeah, right here's more command badges that you can actually pull out of the G4 rare chest. All right.
No tarpitude. I mean the biggest individual donor, not company donor.
Well, we will
of the night.
We'll see.
We'll send you the kitty cat.
That's right. Tarpy says
he'll even lick it. He'll lick it before he sends it.
So far, Beck has a print of DJ's face. Well, that could. All right, I don't know. We're going to have to see what actually...
There's nothing wrong with my camera. It's his mountain internet.
It is not. You look great right now. Guys, take a look at the screen right above Griffin's head. Floor number 6 is complete. How did we get there? Well, let's take a look at what happened during that last segment. Right before we began, we had Maj come in with a $500 dono. Thank you so much. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, Maj.
Then right after that, Mecrack coming in to lay his hand in the pool here. Shout out Server 45. Thank you, Server 45. Mecrack, thank you for putting $200 in. Sugar Red, a very prominent member of our community. Thank you so very much, Sugar Red, dropping $50 into the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you so very much.
That's awesome.
From the Sugar Alliance and Server 74. I love the fact that we've got a server sound off going on right now. That is absolutely amazing.
Basically, we do.
Thank you so much. Glory to your house, says Worf, House of Martok, dropping $25 into the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you. Glory to you and your house this holiday season. Thank you so very much. Plugster coming in with the Australian dono, $166 American going into the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you.
Woohoo!
Absolutely wonderful and amazing right there. Thank you. And the list goes on. Look here from the flagship server, Server 15.
Dirty
Alligator
Bird.
Loki, $10 dropping in there. Thank you very much from Loki and his family. Thank you.
Thanks, Loki.
Let's see what else we got here. Mario Kart Mondays. Mario Kart Mondays now a staple in the halls of Monroe. Carell, thank you so very much to Grouchy Outlaw, dropping in $100 to the Christmas Angel Fund. Mario Kart Monday rules. Thank you. And our last one from the last segment, Dirty Bird Bill coming in also from the flagship server. Dirty Bird Bill coming in with a massive $300 for the kids. God bless them all. Thank you so very
Thank you, Dirty Bird
much.
Bill.
Appreciate you so much. And guys,
Dirty Bird, arguably my favorite human and player on Server 15.
Mine too, as a matter of fact. Guys, that puts us at $36,657.54, 11% through floor number 7. 6 floors down. 6 floors down, 7 to go. But the night is young.
We can do it.
We can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this next segment, if you guys thought that you had seen everything, well, you haven't just yet. All right. This next segment, we actually get to meet a patient whose life you touched. All right. Let's take a moment and introduce young Mr. Everett in Talking Trek Gives Back.
Way to hit that post. Ooh.
That was nice, wasn't it? Thanks.
Yeah.
Welcome back for another year, community, inside the halls of the beautiful Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt here in Nashville, Tennessee. It is wonderful to be back. We've seen Lee Ellen already today. We've seen Mark, and we've got amazing, you guys have already seen some amazing stuff, and there's so much more still to come. And I'm just really, really excited about being able to work with you guys again this year, to work with these amazing people here to do amazing things, and you guys control all the power to do that, so be sure to watch the QR code on your screen. I am joined now by the hero of the hour, all right? The hero of the day, in fact. Everett, how are you, buddy?
Good.
You good? This is Everett. He is 5 years old, and he's going to be our guest today. We're going to talk a little bit about how you know the cool people here at Monroe Carell, right? And what they've done for you in your lifetime. We're also joined by Matthew and Margaret, his parents. How are you guys today?
You're doing great, thanks.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so very much for being here. Let's talk about this little one. First of all, you are the coolest dude. He comes in here today and is just smiling and high-fiving and feeling good about life, and said that he wanted to slap Griffin with a tortilla, which was awesome. Fantastic. You saw that video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? You want to do that today?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make that happen, I promise. So tell me a little bit about what you know about Monroe Carell. You've been here, a patient here, your entire life, right?
Yes. My mom works here.
That works. That's excellent. All right.
Why else do you come here?
Yeah, what's the biggest thing that's happened to you here?
I had a kidney transplant.
You had a kidney transplant.
Are you trying to show you want to show them the kidney?
Look at that.
Yep.
So you had a kidney transplant here, huh?
Yes.
Was that a scary thing?
No.
No? What is the name of your child life specialist? Do you have a friend here at the hospital?
I have two.
You have two friends.
Can you back up a little bit? Valor and Squid.
We know Squid. Squid is awesome. We like Squid a lot. We got to meet Squid last year. We're meeting, and we met Valor just a little bit ago. Isn't that pretty exciting?
We saw her on the way in, huh, bud?
Yeah.
Margaret, tell me a little bit about why Everett is a patient here.
Yes, so before he was born, they found some abnormalities during the 20-week ultrasound scan. And so we knew from even before he was born that he was going to have a stent in the NICU, that he would have surgery. They weren't able to diagnose him with his condition until he was born. He has something called Eagle-Barrett syndrome, more commonly known as prune belly, because part of it is having a lack of a full set of abdominal muscles. So when these babies are born, you can see the outline of their intestines, and it makes them look like they have a prune belly. And so with that comes issues with kidneys, which he had. So we also knew that he would need a kidney transplant at some point in life. So yeah, he started here with about a month-long stay in the NICU, and then until about his 3rd birthday, he was here off and on for some different surgical procedures that he needed, or times of illness where he'd have to be admitted for a while. And then ultimately he's had 2 kidney transplants. The first was on his 3rd birthday by Matthew here. Dad gave him a kidney.
Oh, wow.
Yes, but unfortunately it did not take. And then he went on dialysis for almost 2 years until we finally had a successful transplant this past April.
Oh, wow.
So that's the Cliff Notes version.
Very recent.
Tell me a lot of other sordid details in there. But
yeah, a few details.
Oh, yeah, that's the Cliff Notes. Yeah, we can dive into detail on any parts.
Tell me a little bit about prune belly. You said that there's like a lack of muscles, right? Like it's just...
Yeah, so you may notice he's taller now, so it's not quite as obvious, but especially when he was a baby and a toddler, he almost looked like he had a pot belly, like you would see it in an older man or something, which you just don't see with little kids. And that's because without those muscles holding in your belly, everything just kind of distends out. And so even at the time of birth, we didn't know, would he be able to sit up, crawl, walk, any of that. So the resources here at Monroe Carell have been amazing, because even when he was in the NICU, they had PT and OT coming in doing little interventions that make a big difference later on. So yeah, he's been in physical therapy since birth, and that's really helped because, yeah, as you can see, he has no trouble getting around.
There's a wide range of prune belly syndrome, from mild cases to more severe. I think with the measurements that they do to kind of grade those, he has a more severe case of prune belly syndrome. So I think however, I think because of all the physical therapy and various other therapies that he's had here, he's done very, very well.
Tell me a little bit about when he was born. He went straight into the NICU, and what was your education level or your familiarity with Eagle-Barrett syndrome at that point?
Oh gosh, yes. So from that time of that 20-week ultrasound, they went ahead and put us in contact with nephrology and urology, and we would meet with them periodically as I would have updated ultrasounds, trying to figure out what was going on. And so with urology, they knew there was some kind of blockage within him because they could see fluid building up, and his I guess it was his ureters, so the little tubes that connect the bladder to the kidney, those are usually really tiny and you can't even see them on an ultrasound, but his were huge because they were just filling with fluids. They couldn't figure out where the blockage was.
I think they were like 3 centimeters in diameter.
Yeah, I mean, they were huge. So we knew there was a blockage. So what we knew is once he was born, they would have to immediately take him to the OR and drain that fluid out. And so the urologist was giving us different diagnoses that seemed similar but weren't quite fitting it. So of course we're Googling away and prune belly came up in that. And I remember thinking, oh, I'm so glad they're not talking about this. That sounds awful. And then sure enough, after they had taken him to the OR, and there's some other indicators for prune belly that they were able to see once he was physically out of my body. And I'll never forget when the urologist came and said, he has Eagle-Barrett syndrome, prune belly. I just thought, oh no. And so knew that it was much more serious, and we were in for some more challenges than we had anticipated.
Tell me about that early stage, 3 months he came in and had his first surgery. What was that process like as new parents, brand new baby who was born early, and then knowing that he was sick? Like what was going through your guys' mind at that point?
I think, at least for me, and you can share, Matthew, your thoughts, I think we just had to really get comfortable with the unknown and try to be as optimistic as possible and go forth assuming he would be able to be okay and be as normal of a kid as possible, but know that there might be unforeseen issues. From a child going to surgery perspective, I do work here, and so I have worked in the OR, and so I think I'm a little more comfortable with that than Matthew. So until some recent events that we may get into later, I was never worried about him rolling back to the OR. That didn't worry me, but yeah, Matthew, you can share your perspective.
Well, so his first surgical procedure was basically right at birth to disconnect his ureters and drain them to the surface of his skin. So I think like one of the good things was right out of the gate, there was sort of like incremental things and progress happening that first surgery saved his life right out of the gate. And there have been obviously a series of subsequent surgeries, but I think there've certainly been some setbacks along the way, but like big picture, we've always continued to make progress. Getting a successful kidney transplant was a huge milestone. Of course, having a failed kidney transplant before that was a huge setback. But I think if you look at the big picture and you see kind of like where he was and where he is today, we've always, I think, just as human nature, like you got to keep a positive attitude and keep your head up and keep yourself in the game. He's helped with that because he has an incredibly positive attitude. And I think that's helped with a lot of this, right? If he didn't have a good attitude, it would be hard for us to pull it together, but he has a great attitude.
That's something that we've seen year after year in the halls of Monroe Carell is the attitude of families and patients here, and it stupefies me to think about the horrors that some families must face here, but at the same time, like their kids are smiling and we're going to play Mario Kart. We got to play Mario Kart last year, and And, you know, and these kids, they still are kids, right? They like to have fun.
I actually have played Mario Kart before.
Well, I'm going to whip you in Mario Kart today.
No, you're not.
I'm actually really probably not. I'm terrible at that game. But,
Well, I'm good at it.
well, that's fantastic.
So
All right.
Because when I hit the bad guys with a banana, they just explode.
Well, I've got plenty of red shells. Red shells coming your way. All right.
Those red shells are very good.
Yes, they are very good. So tell me, what is one of your earliest memories about being at Monroe Carell? Because you're a young man. You probably don't remember a lot of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember your first visit here?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
What are some things you remember about being in the hospital bed? Some experiences.
That I got to play with Legos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. You got to play with Legos. So you love Legos?
Oh, yes.
You know there's a brand new Star Trek Enterprise Lego set out right now. Can you help me find it?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate that. So you love Legos. When you were at the hospital, did they bring you Legos to play with here to help your mind and to help you play?
Yes.
Did they really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
What was your favorite one that they brought you?
The AMG set.
Oh, the AMG Mercedes?
Yeah.
Ooh, that is fancy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those were really hard though.
Yeah.
And perfect though, because the harder they are, the longer they take to build.
Yeah.
I mean, we had nothing but time on our hands.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that. So you guys did spend a lot of time here. Tell me a little bit about the role of child life in your guys' journey, you know, especially around the education piece and then just spending a lot of time here, right? And the toys and the music, and how did child life impact your journey here?
Yeah, I think it's really helpful not only to break up the day, but you know, he's at his age, we're trying to have him off screens, like, you know, just the TV in front of his face the whole time, and try to engage his mind and his fine motor skills as much as possible. And so child life was great. The music was especially beneficial to him. He loves music, and he would get to play the instruments too and sing along. And just, yeah, having different activities, it brings some normalcy to the day where you're not just sitting around and we're not trying to just come up with different ways to entertain him. If you have anything to add.
Yeah, he loved, I mean, he loved all the music therapy.
Yeah.
And the
Miss
from
Jess.
the dogs and the Legos and the Hot Wheels.
Oh, and the slime.
And the slime, yeah. I mean, I think trying to keep a 5-year-old or young, I mean, obviously he's been here a number of times, but trying to keep a little kid entertained and engaged.
Yeah, and oftentimes
trying to get him to move around a little bit.
Yeah, and our challenge was for many of his stays, unfortunately, there was usually either he was immune compromised and or had an infection at the same time, which put him on isolation, so we couldn't leave the room.
Literally couldn't leave the room.
Could not leave the room. Couldn't even walk around the hall. So that makes that's very difficult when you can't go out to the koi fish pond or even just go exploring around the hospital. So those times we really appreciated child life and the volunteers that would come around on the weekends.
Yeah, because they would bring games and
Yeah.
video games or movies.
And then work with him for a little
music
while. And, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we fast forward just a little bit and tell me a little bit about when you guys knew that he was going to need his first kidney transplant and you made the decision to, I mean, that probably wasn't even a decision to make as a dad, right? Can you tell me about that time when you learned about this and what your thought process was when you decided you were going to make the donation?
It is kind of funny because people are like, "Oh, that was such a big thing for you to do," but I think any sane person, if they were in the same position, like there's no. It looked on paper I was a good match, so it was a very easy decision. I think anybody, if they were able to do it, would do the same thing. And I don't know. I mean, I think what was also very interesting for me was once that didn't work and we were looking for other candidates, like friends and family, it's always sort of telling to see who signs up to get tested. And I don't know. I think you sort of learned something about people and your friends and all of that. Some good, some not so good. But I was very pleasantly surprised to find out some folks that signed up to try and get tested and expressed a sincere interest in donating a kidney to him. But yeah, for me, it was a very easy decision. Obviously, it was upsetting that it didn't work, but that, like, at the end of the day, that doesn't change the calculation. Going into it, there was 100%, I love numbers, so there's 100% success rate with pediatric live donor transplants over a 5-year period at Vanderbilt. So I looked at the numbers and I'm like, man, this is a slam dunk. And of course, nationally, that number's not 100%, it's like 99%, but I think you still understandably assume, well, or think to yourself, well, we're not going to be the 1%, like we're at Vanderbilt, everything's going to be great. So unfortunately, sometimes unexplained things happen. And I think fortunately the transplant surgeon said, look, like this has no bearing on a subsequent attempt. So it's like pushing reset. So y'all, we need to keep our eye on the prize and try again. And thank God we did. And thank God everything worked out. So why don't you tell them about, what did you, like after you got the kidney transplant, do you remember the second transplant and we went home? Remember when we went home and we did something really special? You want to tell them about that?
What was the really cool thing where we got to go home for a day?
We got McDonald's.
We did.
You know what? You and every other kid, that is the prize, right? That is the prize. What is your favorite thing to get at McDonald's?
The Happy Meals.
The toy, whatever.
The toy. Yeah, it doesn't matter about the food. It's the toy, right?
Yeah.
Everett, did you see some cool cars before?
Yeah, tell him about the car parade. He loves cars and vehicles, of course, just like every little boy. Tell him about the car parade. What kind of cars were there?
There was a Lamborghini.
Wow.
It was amazing. Yeah, and it was all organized by one of our friends' sons who had recently graduated from one of the local high schools here, and he organized that car club, which he was a part of, and some of the other car clubs, and then word spread, and it was really neat. Even the local news came out. We had state troopers, fire department, some local car enthusiasts. It was really special. It was a great
Even an old-timey car.
Yes.
An old-timey car?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Was it like a Model T or something?
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Timeless classics.
Yep.
Treasured forever. Here we are on his second kidney.
Yes.
And seems to be recovering really well. What does Everett's future look like with sports and school and?
Yeah, so there are some modifications that have to happen. He cannot participate in contact sports, so we will not be a football player, probably play lacrosse or anything like that. But he can play other sports. We'll just need to talk to the nephrologist. There's a binder that he can wear for anything that, may involve him getting hit in the side. He will always be a bit immune compromised, so we'll have to be really careful during sick seasons and things like that to try to avoid him picking up whatever may be going around. But otherwise, we hope he lives a pretty normal.
Yeah, next Thursday he's got another surgery, so he's gonna his knees are sort of, I guess that's a result of probably being on dialysis. His legs didn't grow. They were straight, and then he became what they call it knock-kneed, so his knees point in. So they're going to do some things that will gradually help straighten that out. So we're hoping it's a quick and easy surgery, and he's back on his feet pretty quickly. It sounds like he should be, but.
Yeah, I was going to ask about some of the other impacts that it would have on his life, because with the muscular structure in the core, right? There's breathing issues potentially. There's posture issues and spinal issues. How has the team at Monroe Carell been able to treat the whole patient, as far as like from him from top to bottom?
Yeah, well, thankfully, because lungs are a very common issue with prune belly children, and with the exception of some times where he had a little bit of a cold going into a very long, multi-hour long surgery, he's handled anesthesia and things like that well, but we have had some very scary moments where he ended up on a ventilator.
He coded in the OR.
He did code, yes. So dialysis is very hard on your body, and it really took a toll on his heart. And we were trying to get him switched from hemodialysis, that was very difficult because it's just so hard on their little bodies, to peritoneal dialysis, where they place a catheter in the belly, and then we were able to do that at home. So our first attempt, though, at getting that catheter placed, they gave the pre-meds in the OR, so not really anything beyond that, and he coded, which is terrifying. So his heart actually stopped. And so he spent the night in the ICU, but then he bounced back the next day, and I think about a month later, he was more stable, and we were able to finally get him on peritoneal dialysis. But yes, that's one thing we're always mindful of, is that if he does get any kind of upper respiratory, because he doesn't have that strength in his abdomen to really cough things out as effectively, he is more susceptible to like pneumonia or really bad infections. So yeah, just staying on top of physical therapy and things like that to keep him as strong, and catching little things like posture and all that will be really important.
So what are some of your favorite foods?
Chicken.
Chicken, all right.
I love this question because his answers are like all over the
All
board.
over the place, yeah. Yep, yesterday it was steak, right? What is one of your favorite TV shows or cartoons?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, that is fantastic. We love that too.
They played that in the clinic yesterday. We don't watch that at home.
Yeah. And everything is fine if you did. Well, Everett, it has been super, super nice to meet you. You have a really cool family and a very cool story. And I hope that you continue to be super, super happy and super, super healthy throughout your journey here at Monroe Carell. All right? It was really awesome to meet you today, man. You give me a high five? There you go. Guys, this is Everett and his amazing family, and I want to kind of hone in on one or two points that he made, which was the fact that he had Legos in the summertime. And we're going to talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit, but that is the impact that you guys had. Be sure to scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. We've got so much more on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere.
A Grammy award-winning artist with us in Seacrest Studios today. She's an international musician taking the world by storm. Please help me welcome Leve.
Hello. Zoe and Emily. Okay, perfect. Thank you for having me. This is such an honor. Moments of joy sometimes do come from a couple of hours of like hating it. Like it's okay if it's hard sometimes, because all the best things in life are sometimes a little bit tough to master. Yeah. I believe so much in like the healing power of music, and just music bringing people together and making the world a good place. So any opportunity I have to get to visit these kids and sing with them is just like, it also just fills me with so much purpose and makes me so happy. So.
What a reckless fever, love-struck girl, I tease her, thought I'd never be her. Quite the job you've done on me, sir. You've been hosting parties. In my mind I'm working overtime. You've become my whole world.
Hi, sister.
Oh, what a curse it is to be your lover,
Thank you so much. Oh, so lovely. Thank you so much for this beautiful bracelet. I love the bear.
such an incredible time at Seacrest Studios last year and the year before. And they do things like that all throughout the year, Griffin, bringing in amazing guests. As a matter of fact, there's one more guest in our final segment that we will share with you guys coming up here in just a little bit. Coming up that happened during our last segment, shout out to Calamandori. Calamandori dropping $100 into the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you so very much. That puts us $757 towards floor number 7. We've still got a lot of work to go. Captain Taylor says, first time I've ever heard of Seacrest Studios. Seacrest Studios have, if I'm not mistaken, Griffin, 13 studios across the world, all located in children's hospitals.
That is right. Mr. Ryan Seacrest himself has opened a little chain of those, the first of which was in Nashville, and that's his hometown. And yeah, he bounces around, and his foundation contributes to the healing properties of the patients in the various hospitals by the way of music. And they're legit radio stations. They broadcast all over the hospital, and some of them actually broadcast locally as well. And the team that they have in Nashville is world class, and we always enjoy creating with them and doing something fun when we're there.
Yeah, absolutely. Cottontail says, I love that they had a big cuddly bunny there. So if I'm not mistaken, that is one of the mascots of Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital, was that cuddly bunny that was there. And all the patients really, really do enjoy the visits that they get to have with that bunny. But yeah, even last year and the year before, we got to be guests in Seacrest Studios. And one year we played bingo. Another year, you guys may remember, the first year was the year that we had Santa Claus there and Mrs. Claus. That's right. The amazing Beck Likes Plants came and actually performed in Seacrest Studios. That was broadcast through the entire hospital on their television network and broadcast outside of the hospital to the other Seacrest Studios locations as well. So that was a really, really incredible experience in our first year. And if you guys don't remember that, we'll have to go back and I should have actually pulled a clip of that. I had forgotten about that. But yeah, we had Beck with us in Nashville, and she performed in Seacrest Studios. What an honor, right?
Candy White's got a great idea. Maybe next year we bring her back and have her lay down a track for the Drippy Biddle.
Yeah, maybe we do that. We'll come into Seacrest Studios and fix up the Drippy Biddle there. It's something that we could do. You know, one of the things that was so powerful, and I'm sitting here, you know, and here's the thing, Griffin, we're there. We're talking to these families, and you're running production, and I'm trying to get the questions in, and then even when we get home, you're producing, I'm producing. Trying to get everything ready, and now to sit, and I heard you say something like this earlier, to sit and actually just view it and watch it. It's different. The experience that we're sharing with you guys in viewing this and watching this is one that we're also sharing, because I feel like, Griffin, the experience when we're there, the experience when we're sitting with these people, or even when we're working on the production, but then just watching the final product, it struck me so hard, and I had a tear. It struck me so hard that one of the things that this beautiful child remembers about being in the hospital is a toy that you guys bought for him. And
that's exactly right.
And to play a game that you guys bought for him. And it's the simple things, right? This young man had this big, beautiful car parade when he got to go home, but he remembered buying a Happy Meal. It doesn't take much. It really doesn't. Scan the QR code on your screen, because $1 or $5 or $10 is enough to buy a smile. It's enough to buy a moment of happiness, a moment of peace for these families. You heard Mom and Dad say that the Lego sets were incredible. The harder, the better, because they had nothing but time. And can you imagine being in the hospital for a month, you know, like Everett was, and he can't leave his room, you know? So there are so
I cannot.
many things that you guys can do with the QR code that was on your screen, that is now, that you guys can do to help alleviate the pain and the frustration and the sorrow that these patients experience, including playing video games. So as we move into our final segment here, Griffin, this was one of the highlight moments of the entire day for me, was to be able to sit down and play a video game with Everett. You guys take a quick
And
peek
be
at
wrong.
this.
And be humiliated.
That might have happened. Let's take a look. All right, so Everett and I...
Man, my vehicle is going to be sick.
It's going to be sick? No, listen, I got this, all right? We found Graydon down the hall. We took a gaming cart, and now I will get my revenge. So gas is the right button?
Yep. And then your item is this top left button.
Top left. I'm a gamer. I know how to do this.
How do I select my thing?
We're ready to go. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go. Wait, but this track is going to be so easy.
It's easy. I picked the hardest one.
Well, I'm going for here. It's going to be my secret weapon. I'm good at this. Nah.
I heard that.
You're gonna go piranha plant crazy. Haha. Take that.
Oh my gosh, I can't
Snowfin.
steer.
Wow! I got this. Let's go. Oh my god, I smashed someone. Dude, I got the red mushrooms.
All right, I feel like this is way clumsy. I'm clumsy.
Guys, look. Attack! Attack, I have one more.
I got more mushrooms. I'm coming up with you, the mushrooms.
Dude, I did power rocket. Dude, I'm smashing through everyone.
Hey, I want you to look there. It says that I'm in first place. Oh, no, I'm in second place.
Yes! I need to attack someone. Who should I attack?
Definitely not me.
I attacked Toad!
Good, get Toad. Focus on Toad.
Oh, it's...
You get Toad.
Attack that guy. Oh my god, that is gonna be good. I'm just gonna hit it right now.
No, blue shell. Was that your blue shell?
No, I had a red shell.
Oh, all the shells.
Man, these shells are great.
Bro.
Ah! I got struck! Why?
Listen, I got this. We got one lap to go.
Yeah?
I am securely in first place.
Dude, I am actually in second place. I'm actually gonna boost.
I got this.
I need a boost. Boost. Yes! Yes, I got a boost! Yeah! Yeah!
Throw those shells.
Yeah!
No. Oh, that was your red shell, wasn't it?
Yeah! Ha! I exploded you. Yes!
No, I got this. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. No, it's fine. No, he's right there.
You
lose.
You know, it was just a warm-up. Fantastic, man. Really nice job. You're the winner today. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today.
I've never played Mario Kart like by myself, so I'm just gonna do that.
Oh, okay. He's just gonna leave. Bye.
Good thing that I won!
Well, community, it has been a wild ride here today inside Monroe Carell Junior Children's Hospital, and I hope that you've gained more perspective into some of the stuff that you guys have been helping with this year. Mark, Leellen, it's been an eye-opening day. It's always a really heavy day. It's, to see some of what happens, because a lot of people could go their entire lives and never think about what happens inside these walls. But until you have been a part of it, it may not mean anything. So,
But it's also a light day because we get to see how our efforts have brought joy into the hospital. Seeing the video game carts and
that is true.
And your unfortunately poor performance in Mario Kart 64.
Better luck next year.
Third year's the charm, okay?
But the point, it was a mobile production. Those carts can go anywhere. Good job, Everett. And working towards bringing the healing properties of music.
Yeah. I really enjoyed talking about that. Like music, we talk about gaming all the time, but the one thing that Graydon had mentioned that just kind of lands, and we all talk about it, is amazing soundtracks to games. We talk about it all the time. It's the power of music, and that is the gift that you guys can give this year. So the QR code on your screen is still up. We still have a couple of weeks left. We are in our final push as we head towards $78,000 and the ultimate stream goal, which will be revealed later tonight on the show after we wrap everything up. So we are still pushing. We are still trying to get there. We thank you guys for an amazing year. Thank you guys for having us back again, and thank you for the opportunity to meet everybody this year.
It's always fun and always an adventure. Thank you for inviting us into your place of work.
We love it.
And for making miracles happen.
Thank you for being here. Seriously, means the world to us. Earlier today, I heard a mom. Downstairs, there were little stockings that they could take to the patient rooms. And the mom said, "This is your first stocking." And it's those little things that you're providing the first holiday toy, you're providing the first stocking for so many patients. We see 600,000 plus a year. And y'all are bringing joy to them.
That's an incredible amount of stockings.
The impact is magnificent. Even Everett, who didn't know anything about what we've done or what the community has done, doesn't know about how the warehouse is filled or how much work it takes from all of the community and you know your other groups that help you throughout the year. I mean, it's such a humongous undertaking to take care of kids and make sure that they smile. But one of the things that he remembered was his Lego set. You know, I mean, and that was an incredibly powerful moment. Like, what is one of the things you remember about being in the hospital? They brought me Legos. I mean, I barely held on at that particular moment.
Well, there are thousands and thousands of children who come in and out of this hospital every single year, and they are fighting for their life. And that requires a lot of stockings, it requires a lot of Legos, it requires video game carts, it requires music mobile machines and karaoke machines. I will help with that this year. We're trying to raise $78,000.
That's the number.
You just raised half. I brought a check for $39,000 for you guys.
Oh my God, again.
Wow.
But no, listen, last year it was the pergola. What is it this year?
Well, Ghost Energy's been very good to me.
Oh, we've got to have
Welch's Grape and the new Welch's Grape Cranberry launching this January, ladies and gentlemen, at your local GNC Nutrition or at Amazon anywhere.
We are going to have a talk.
Can I give you a hug?
Sure, man.
I'm so grateful. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Merry
You guys,
Christmas, happy
listen,
holidays.
The magic is happening here in Nashville. All right, scan the QR code, be a part of the amazing initiative, be a part of giving back. The Jingle Toy Drive and Talking Trek gives back. It is our season of giving, and we're going to wrap up. So thank you guys so much for having us. Thank you for inviting us in, as Griffin said, and now the rest is up to you guys.
Let's make it happen. $78,000 just got a little bit closer, but we got to get over that finish line before Santa comes.
All right, we'll be back with more right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks everyone.
$39,000 from that guy right over there. Holy wowza. Guys, you know what that means? That means we just funded more floors, and our total is now $76,007.54, putting us only $2,000 short of our goal. $2,000. That is a lot of veil clears. That's a lot of hitting your veil, buddy.
Beck says Hammy will just keep his eyes closed. That's fair.
His eyelids are just smoking right now. All right, there you go. That means we both have to go clear our veils. Guys, I want you to look at this number, $76,000, putting us only $2,000 away from our goal. And, well, Griffin, we did say that we were going to give the overall stream goal here tonight. The grand prize.
We did indeed.
The stream stunt, if you will, if you guys are able to clear the entire $78,000, and we're prepared to tell you about that here tonight. And I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not. As a matter of fact, when I had a chance to talk to Griffin about this, we actually have been working on this plan for a little bit of time. So here you guys go. We're going to actually call it Tarred and Feathered. All right. So, Griffin, what you're going to have to do is to stand in a kiddie pool while I hold a camera. Okay. And
wait a minute. You've got this completely backwards. First of all, I am not standing in a kiddie pool while you're holding the camera.
Yeah.
It is absolutely the other way around.
Oh.
And let me just, before you go on, let me very briefly address chat. It is a pleasure to be a part of this community. It is a pleasure to do what I can to help. You're all doing what you can to help. And it's all for the kids. And just to be a part of this community and to say thank you in a way that I can, it just means the world. If you were to go there firsthand and meet these children and these coordinators and these doctors, there's no way that you could leave that building feeling anything other than blessed and grateful for the true heroes out there, which are the doctors, the nurses, the child life staff, and everybody who goes to work at that hospital every day to make families who are experiencing the worst chapter of their life feel comfortable and seen. And that's what happens at Monroe and Carell. And that's why we're all so proud collectively to be a part of their organization and do what we can do. So thank you for everybody who's donated today. And with that, we are less than $2,000 away from doing something very humiliating to UltimatDJz. Right, DJs?
Yeah. So Tarred and Feathered. Here's the goal. All right. Here's the promise to the community is that if we hit our goal of $78,000, then I, along with my amazing team and Mrs. Boss, will stand in the middle of my shop and be completely doused and covered in carcinogen-based used motor oil. And then
he can't even spring for the new motor oil. He just wants to use like the 10,000 mile old engine oil
it's gotta
that
be
they have
old.
in a barrel keg out back that they're going to throw away, but they can't due to the regulations. Oh,
Sure.
I know. I'll just dump it on my head instead. This is his big plan.
We're gonna dump it on me, and then very Home Alone style with the big shop fans that we've got, we're going to buy many hundreds of pounds or many dozens of bags. I don't know how you measure feathers. And we're going to toss them into the shop fans so that now I am all nice and sticky and covered with oil, and then I get feathers blown all over me. And of course, you guys will be able to watch that. Sydney says you can't promote that. It's very bad for you. Obviously, I'm not going to like inhale or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I've already been.
He has great safety precautions in place. So he's well thought out. He has a very well thought out plan. He's thought of everything.
I'm going to breathe through a snorkel. All right, I'm going to have a snorkel and goggles. Right, like a face mask and the goggles.
DJs, which direction does the snorkel point for your air?
Upwards.
And where will the oil be coming from?
The crane truck up above.
Which is
above. It'll come.
Which means the oil drops
downward,
and then into your.
No, we'll figure that part out. All right. Tarred and Feathered is the goal. And obviously,
Natural Beef says snorkel, mask, and thong. What else do you need?
I can promise. Now, joking aside, I can promise, community, we will be taking all safety measures. I'm not going to be doing anything super crazy Retrieving says, please, no, something other than motor oil. No, it'll be fine. We've actually already been looking into this. This is something we've been working on for a while. So everything will be completely fine. Don't have to worry about it. Thank you, though. I'm very appreciative that you guys are concerned for me. So here's how this is going to work. We were actually talking about how this is logistically going to work. So, I mean, I'm going to be disgusting, right? But
oh no, Vic, it's gonna be fine. He wants to wrap himself up in cellophane, hop into a Sprinter van, and then go to a hotel down the road and just jump in the shower.
I'll be fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. So after I get tarred and feathered, then Griffin will follow me up the hill to my detail department, where they will power wash me.
They're just going to hose him down.
And then I will be dumped into the back of my parts delivery van and driven to a facility where I will be able to soak for.
Oh, see, Sydney Soren says, I wash oil out of ducks for weeks after the oil spills. It's a bad idea. You know, I think that you've been vetoed and we just have to use like 20 gallons of syrup.
Well, something besides motor oil. You guys say, no motor oil. Listen, well thought out, and UltimatDJz do not belong in the same sentence, says Tarpy. No, I've got this all figured out. Everything will be fine.
Beck Likes Plants asks, DJs, what is wrong with you? In chat, you got a live version.
I got a live version. Vic says, get in the back of an F-150 and go through a car wash. See, that crazy enough is seriously more unsafe than what I'm actually wanting to do.
I don't know. I actually had to chase my car through a wash one time because I left my sunroof open and I jumped out of the car to try to close it, and then I locked myself out of the car. Yeah. And I survived. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to survive this.
Everything will be fine. Don't worry about it. And of course, you guys will be along for the stunt every step of the way. So,
is there a lawyer in chat who can tell me if I video record this with prior knowledge of what's happening, am I culpable in some way? Am I like
everything?
Is this going to hit my umbrella insurance policy?
No, it'll be everything will be good. So, and that is that's the deal. Will there be alcohol involved? Absolutely not. I'll be at work. That's crazy.
He'll be at work.
Yeah. So there you go. Let me update.
Retrieving reminds us that we can call Buddy.
You guys, don't worry. We're not going to do anything unsafe. I wouldn't do anything unsafe to myself. That is ridiculous. Guys, let's take a look at what we've got up here above. No, that's not even right. We're working on floor 13, right? Did I mistype that? I did. So floors 1 through 12 are complete. And we are working on floor number 13. So let's pop that in. And because you guys are almost there. So there we go. Floor 13, 67% through the final floor. And when we do that, all right, we will be finished with the entire funding of the entire hospital, $1,993 to go. That's what we've got right there.
Oh, I sure hope that we can do that tonight. We got to do it tonight, you guys. Let's rally together and make it happen.
Let's take a look at the Jingle Toy Drive page and see what we can find here. Coming in just a few moments ago, we had 40 Deuce. Thank you so very much. 40 Deuce dropping in $250 from server 30. Thank you so very much. Just had another one pop in here. Guys, you guys are so close. Let's get it going. Right now, you guys have the opportunity to finish it off. And if I'm not mistaken, not to be revealed tonight, but we do still have almost 2 weeks, and we're done tonight. So, Tarpitude, Everywhere It Matters, Karkin, Putz, and the rest of the amazing Talking Trek cast have extended goals for you beyond the $78,000. And we'll reveal those to you depending on how far we are able to make it. Are we going to be able to break 6 figures this year? Well, maybe. They are incredibly painful bonus goals. And Tarpy,
not for me,
Arian, and all the others have so much still to come as rewards for you guys here in the community. Let's take a look at what just came in on the donation page. I'll get around to it. There we go.
He's working on it. Dial-up modem.
From server 42.
Hey, by the way, Oh, go ahead. You're ready. Go
From
ahead.
server 42, Guru Meditation, thank you. Dropping in $339.
Yes,
$339.87, saying, this is my annual match of this year's STFC
you.
spend. It will be put to better use here. I challenge everyone to do the same. Thank you so very, very much. Matter says, there is one goal that involves a badger. That's all I can say until you guys hit. All right. 4,000.
A honey badger?
I don't know. All right.
DJ's house, they kiss a honey badger on the lips.
And even that would be more dangerous than what I'm already planning in the shop. All right. So it'll be fine. Thank you, guys. That's right. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys will get to witness the torture, the pain, the torment alongside, and it's all for the children. Natural Beef, thank you so very much for your resub. Appreciate that. Guys, 72% towards floor number 13. The goal right here. $76,347.41. We've got $1,653 to go. All right. You guys have the opportunity to finish it out right here, right now. Scan the QR code on your screen. Let's get it done right here and now. Huh? We just got one come in. Just had one. Hang on 1 second. It does take a lot of time to enter one of these manually. All right, guys. You're $500 closer. Waffly, thank you for dropping $500 in.
Waffly!
Merry Christmas to you, Waffly. Thank you so very much. And guys, that right there puts you to 81% of the final floor, $76,847.41.
Wake the kids and phone the neighbors, everyone.
This is it. Right here, the final moments for this year's Christmas Angel Fun. The season of giving and Talking Trek giving back. You guys making a tangible difference in the lives of thousands of children. Thank you so very, very much. You guys really warm my heart. And Griffin, thank you for your absolutely incredible donation. Thank you to the Fleet Command team for being a part of it here again this year. You guys are incredible. Thank you so very much.
You are welcome. And nobody can give me crap for what I spend in the game because at least I also spend more money on charity.
There you go. Right? All right, there's another $50 coming in. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. FF Engineer dropping $50 into the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you.
Thank you, FF Engineer. That's all it takes. I am manifesting right now. Back time manifesting the win. Manifesting.
This is it. This is it. Almost done. All right. And then we'll be done. Or will we be? I don't know. You guys might want to keep it going and see
the
what
music
other
cart
craziness.
will be done. That's the main thing.
That is. The music cart will be done. And, I actually saw this during one of the chats just a little bit ago where they said, 3 gaming carts is just not enough. Well, listen, stretch goals can buy more. I do also know that Graydon was looking at a gaming computer as well. A more robust gaming computer, one that can handle deeper and larger printing projects. And that 3D printer, how cool was that? You guys did that too. The amazingness that you guys have brought into the halls at Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital is absolutely mind-blowing. Thank you so much. Appreciate that very, very much. Oh boy, we just got another. Shout out.
Thank you, MJ Hat. And go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, it just takes me a second. Shout out. Server 188, Plugster, again, coming in with another $250.
Thank you, Plugster.
Guys, you're $853 away. $853 away from hitting a $78,000 goal. And by the way, I should point out that in doing so, this community will break $200,000 in cumulative donations for the Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital. $200,000 for you guys. From you guys, for these children. You guys are heroes. You know that? You guys are absolute legends. Thank you so very, very much. I appreciate you.
Like, they love us there. They literally put a talking Trek butterfly up on their wall of hope butterflies. I mean, they don't have a million of these companies donating like we do. We are really driving the child life department of this hospital. And obviously the doctors are incredible and they're necessary and they're number one. They're the best in the world. But without that hope that child life gives, the gift of music, the distractions that we provide, there's nothing that can put words to how important that is to the children and the families in that hospital while they're going through life-changing therapies and surgeries. Yeah. So thank you for participating.
Yeah.
My server mate, Canada Onion, my alliance buddy,
dropping in $500 to the Christmas Angel Fund, putting us ever closer. $353 away, guys. $353 away. Can you do it? All right.
That is
Let's
badass.
Get this done. Anonymous dropping in another $100. Guys, we are knocking on the door. Knocking on the door of getting this thing done right here and now.
Is Shelby's here? I see people. Shout outs for Shelby's. Hey, Shelby.
Hey, Shelby.
What's up, Shelby?
What's going on, Shelby?
How you doing, big boy?
Shelby's just waiting for you in the Vale. I know that's what's happening.
Oh, he's waiting for me to open my base is what he's waiting for sure. I got another quadrillion stored in there right now. It's not good. It's not going to rate itself, Shelby.
Oh my gosh, they're coming in faster than I can type. You guys are incredible. Another $100 anonymously donated, getting us ever closer.
Oh, did Lost In put us over?
Lost In with the final $253, but it's not even the final $253.
Hold my beer.
It's a hold my beer moment.
Where's the hold my beer music?
Because, hold on, I can't even keep up. There's still so many more coming. Another $25. Another $25 anonymous donation. Here comes another. And with that, you guys have exceeded our goal of $78,000. Is that not incredible? 78.
That says check the website.
I am going through the website right now. From Don Zeno, I love the Christmas Angel Fund in this community. Thank you all for everything that you do.
Buddy.
Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. That is beautiful and amazing. We are still going. The website is moving faster than I can actually keep up.
It's been DDoS'd. Thank you to all the Anonymouses. Yes, the Anonymous family who lives with UltimatDJz under a server.
Game Junior coming in with another $200. Game Junior, thank you.
Thank you, Game Junior. Imagine that, $200,000 raised for a hospital in Nashville, Tennessee that it's really supporting the world. People fly from everywhere to go to this hospital when they need the care. And every dollar you can see it going directly to the hospital. Everything's tracked.
Thad, thank you for dropping in $500.
Thad!
Flagship server 15 representing. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, there's more. I just refreshed the page. There's so many more. So many. It is the flagship.
Just keep typing. Just keep typing.
I'm typing. I'm typing as fast as my little fingers
Less
can type.
talking, more typing. So as I was saying, you can literally go to their webpage, the hospital's webpage, and see every donation, every dollar being collected by the hospital. I think that's so important. You don't just want, donating charity is great, but isn't it awesome when you know that 100% of your money goes directly to who you want it to go to? And that's what we're accomplishing here.
Typing, still typing. Wheels dropping in $300. Thank you, Wheels. Hey, guys.
Wheels said, hold my beer.
That's it. The community has spoken.
And Spock. Don't forget Spock. Spock did $100. Spock 8472.
The community has spoken in a true hold my beer moment. The goal of $78,000 has been hit.
Now we're going for 80.
And they're still going. Nobody's stopping. Hey, Anonymous, thank you for dropping in $100 for the kiddos. Let's continue to plant these seeds every single year.
That's right.
You're absolutely amazing. Thank you so very much. Oh my gosh, there's more. There's more. I'm trying to catch up.
Waffly wants the tar and feathers.
Listen, tar and feathers is going to happen. It's going to happen. We've got this ready to go. Completely safe. Completely safe.
Anyway. Bump, bump.
Benny Hills Ghost, thank you for dropping in $25.
Lawson wants his money back if it's actually safe.
Oh, my.
Thank you, Benny Hills Ghost. Oh, no, we don't have to throw him in a pool, Waffle. He's going to walk in himself, mistakenly.
I'm going to what? Throw him in the cruise pool?
We don't need to throw you in a pool. You're going to walk in by yourself, mistakenly.
Yeah, probably. That's probably a likely thing to happen. All right, let's see if we... No, man, every time I refresh, you guys are pushing and pushing and pushing. Thank you. I'm going to keep typing, Griffin. There's more to type.
Right on top of that, Tarpitude. Just keep typing. You guys, 3 years, $200,000 raised for the children.
Susan, thank you. She says, let's go. More typing.
Susan.
More typing.
Bounce, bounce. Rasker says, the best and biggest hearted game community. It makes me a player proud to hang with this crowd. And we are proud to have you, Rasker, and all of us together. Together, everyone achieves more.
Here we go. Peter, thank you for dropping in another $13.
Thank you, Peter.
All the typing. Oh my goodness. And another refresh. And another refresh. I'm going to just hit the button again.
Just Q Thanks says 1877 Carts for Kids. 1877 Carts for Kids.
Anonymous, thank you for another $500.
Wow.
Legends, all of you. Every single one of you. Thank you so very much. Oh, and I am finally...
$80,000 are broken.
$80,000 has now been broken. $80,000, $13.41. Guys, you've cleared all 13 floors of the
Shelby
hospital.
says just hit the button.
Hit the button. I'm hitting the button. More hitting of buttons. All the buttons. Thank you. Unbelievable. Incredible. $80,000. And the messages are rolling in from Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital right now.
Oh, yeah? Where's Lee Ellen? Get her on the horn.
Lee Ellen says, I can't believe you guys. You guys are insane. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Well, Lee Ellen, if you're watching, and I bet you are, and Mark, thank you for inviting us into the hospital and being able to tell your beautiful stories and show them to the world in this community, because we know when the community sees what you are accomplishing there at work, they're going to want to get behind it. They're going to want to make it as good as we possibly can for the kids. So thank you for the access. Thank you for the ability to come and visit you every year. And thank you for your amazing partnership, because without your trust in the first year around, none of this would ever have happened. So thank you very much.
Yeah, it really was. It was a leap of faith by this hospital to partner with us in year number 1. It was just absolutely incredible.
Like, you want to come into the hospital with the kids with cameras and microphones?
Yeah.
Like, who says yes to that?
Cobra says, congratulations, DJz Griffin and community. This only proves how special this community is, and I could not agree more.
That's
you guys
exactly
are
right.
Amazing. Q says, fits perfectly with the Star Trek, the theme of Star Trek, the dream of what Gene Roddenberry had for the vision of Star Trek, communities and galaxies coming together. I couldn't have said it any better myself, Q. Thank you so very much.
That is so true.
Unbelievable. Shelby, I'm looking. I'm pressing the button. What? I don't see it unless Were you anonymous? Were you one of the anonymous ones? Were you one of the anonymous ones? Because I don't see anything else. Oh, yeah, Lost In. Would have loved to have heard the response to. So, you see, we've got a cat that plays video games. You want to be a partner? There you go. J-Babes dropping in $150. J-Babes, thank you so very much.
Thank you, J-Babes.
There you go. Another $150 into the community pot.
This is wild.
Christmas
This is
Angel
simply wild.
I know. I'm amazed. Matter says it's an honor to be a member of the Talking Trek community. Thank you guys so very much. Shelby says, yes, I was the anonymous. Shelby, that was yours. The $500 right there.
Boom.
This is Shelby right here, everybody. Shelby, let's go.
Thank you, Shelby.
Incredible. From Server 701, thank you so very, very much. You guys are incredible. Oh, my gosh. MJ says, guys, normal folks don't do this. You guys are 10,000% goats. You know what? It's guy. This guy right here.
No.
He's the goat.
No. We're not normal folks. We're extraordinary folks. And I'll just say one other thing that DJs hates when I say this, but it's true. This is a prime example, like Roddenberry would have said. It doesn't matter if you're agnostic, atheist, Christian, Jewish, anywhere in between. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican, Democrat, independent, or don't follow politics.
Coming in?
Everybody has the same opportunity to have a heart and to do what's right and to improve the area and the community in which they live. And one thing that makes us all come together are the kids. And none of this happens without UltimatDJz.
Well,
so thank you, everybody, for being so incredible, regardless of your background, and making something incredible happen for the betterment of the world. That's our shared responsibility to leave it better than we found it, and together we all accomplish that. So thank you, Kitty Cat, for giving us that platform to do so.
No, thank you guys for being an absolutely incredible community. And it looks like we are joined. Have you guys been watching on the inside? You guys been watching? Guys, I'm joined
they
by...
have their hats on, too.
Yeah, they got hats and shirts. I know, they're growing up, Doss. There's Noah and Christian, and they probably don't know. Let me just go ahead and tell them. You know what this community just did here tonight? Read that number right there. Raising $80,000 for the Children's Hospital here tonight. $80,000 for the beautiful, amazing tiny humans at Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital. That is you guys. Absolutely amazing. You guys are absolutely incredible. Imposters, they have shirts on. I know.
Yeah, they're skinwalkers, obviously. Appalachia.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Hey, we just had another one come in. Griffin, another one came in.
Ooh.
And again, I have to say a very special thank you also to Lee Ellen and Mark at Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital for giving us the amazing tools, for giving us the integrations, for giving us the website, for doing all the things that allow us to bring you this program. It's absolutely incredible. More typing, says Anonymous. There we go. Another $100 into the Christmas Angel Fund. Thank you so very, very much. Forgotten Sex says that hospital should build the Lego Enterprise and put a Borg Trek figure on it and post somewhere in the building. Listen, we got a butterfly. I was so thrilled with that butterfly.
It'll be there forever. Spinny butterfly.
It's never going away, guys. You guys have a permanent place in the home of this amazing hospital. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you. Putt says, happy 18th birthday, Noah. Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, Noah.
Yeah, birthday last
You're
week.
an adult now. Time to start packing. Congratulations.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Guys, thank you. I don't know what else that we can say here tonight other than thank you. And we love you. You guys are absolutely incredible. We will end this amazing stream. We're going to end this amazing stream right here. Finishing our night at $80,263.41. Silvertap says, can you explain the significance of the butterfly? Absolutely. Inside the halls of it, right as you walk in to this children's hospital, they have what they call a butterfly garden. Dolly Parton originally funded and started this butterfly garden, and you can see it as soon as you walk in the doors of the hospital. contained on the wings of those butterflies are all amazing, special families, humans, communities, businesses that work so hard and tirelessly to make that place a special place for families to go for medical care. And you guys are now on it. As we have broken.
Mounted on these vertical poles, and the kids can spin the pole around, and the butterflies all move, and you see all the names that are on them. So it is an amazing honor to be
an incredible honor
on that wall.
It is an incredible honor. And Putz says, we got a butterfly? Yes, we did. Let me pull up that picture.
We got a butterfly.
For those of you who might have missed it, I actually have a picture of that butterfly. Let's see.
Why don't you push number one? Why don't you pull up number one and freeze frame that? It's about a minute and a half in, and they could see a pretty good shot of the wall instead of just the butterfly.
Yeah, actually. Okay. Let's go over to segment one, and I'll even fast forward through it a little bit.
We're going to roll back the tape for you.
Yeah, here.
Yeah,
we'll
it's about
roll
a
it
minute and a half in.
All right, so let's take a look. No, right here.
And it's right in the middle. It's not like on this back corner. It's like right in the middle of the room.
So right here, as we're walking into the hospital.
There it is.
Yeah, walking into the hospital. I just now realized I left my suitcase on the sidewalk.
Yeah, I know. What are you going to do?
Take a look right here as we walk in. Lee Ellen is going to show us, and here is the entire butterfly garden. All right, you can see there's all kinds of devices that allow the butterfly garden to spin. These are all butterflies of amazing, generous donors, and there is yours, everybody, right here in the Children's Hospital as soon as you walk in. That is absolutely 100% community because of you.
Now, I can't
incredible.
get you a better shot of that. I realize it's not you can't take a picture in there. It's a public area. There can't be anybody anywhere. You notice we cleared out that whole space.
Yeah,
even to get that video.
They did that. They cleared it out
It's a giant wall, and it's in the middle of the building. You can walk all the way around this butterfly. It's a huge production. And we're like at eye level, like right in the middle when you first walk in.
I do think if I turn on my OneDrive, which will most certainly kill the stream, then I can I can actually pull this down. So yeah, here, I'll pull this over. Here is a picture of our butterfly kind of in with all the rest of the butterflies in the butterfly garden. Here's another one. I'm going to turn my OneDrive off now. That is a better picture right there, Griffin, of the butterfly garden.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You get a better idea there. And those wheels, those stars on the bottom, the kids can turn them, and it makes all the butterflies independently spin.
Yeah, they all fly. This beautiful garden. And guys, you're a part of history. You're a part
of an
amazing
butterfly.
family. This is your butterfly. Inside.
Victor says to be up there with the likes of Dolly Parton is huge because she gives so much back to Tennessee. Yes, she absolutely does.
Yeah.
And Jess Q Thanks says, chat, we're on a wall, not just any wall, a wall of healing. And isn't that what this community is all in about?
Absolutely. It's absolutely
boom,
beautiful and amazing. You guys are incredible. Thank you for everything. I don't know what else can be said at this point.
Yeah, send that to Beck. Beck wants to show the team, so make sure
I
you
will
send
send that over. I'm going to do one last refresh of the website here before we go. And oh my gosh, there is more. All right, more typing. More typing. Here we go.
Caledon says that Dolly gives so much back to the world, one of the best humans ever to live. So if we're connected to that, we're doing something pretty special, and I could not agree with you more.
Yeah.
Beck says that she is so proud of this community, and, you know, I am too.
Leroy, thank you very much for dropping in another $10 into the Christmas Angel Fund.
Leroy Jenkins himself.
Leroy Jenkins is here, and another from the Anonymous family.
Nice. Thank you, Anonymouses.
Thank you to all the Anonymouses, to the entire Anonymous family.
You know, Leroy Jenkins probably, if you think about it, in gaming history and lore, was probably the first player to say hold my beer.
He might have been. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys are beautiful and amazing. Now hitting $80,373. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are incredible. Thank you. Lost In says Star
Thank
Trek
you.
at its best. Thank you
That's
to
right.
the Talking Trek team, and it really is an amazing team. You know, somebody who wasn't able to be
Thanks,
here tonight
Austin.
but puts in an incredible amount of work. A big round of applause for Arian, who is the chair,
Yes.
the chairwoman of Talking Trek Gives Back. Thank you. We love you so much. We miss you. And we thank you for all of your hard work behind the scenes this year. We love you so very much. Guys, thank you. You guys are incredible. With this, we will end our show and bid you farewell for the night. But please don't stop. Keep going. More stream goals are available for more giving to these amazing children and families at Monroe Carell
McDonald's.
Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. Beck says, in honor of Everett, I have ordered McDonald's. What did you order?
I love that. I want to know too.
Might go get McDonald's myself. That's what we'll do.
I haven't eaten today. I have been editing and then doing
been
a science
very
project
busy.
with volcanoes
Broken
exploding.
Wolf says veil clearing. Not right now. We're not going to.
Let's do that on another stream whenever we can watch.
Yeah, we'll do that on an actual gaming stream. All right, we'll do that and have an amazing time. Captain Taylor says, well done, community. Well
done to you.
Well
Thank
done
you,
to
Captain.
all of you guys. You guys are incredible. You're beautiful, amazing humans. Thank you for your generosity tonight. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you for your support. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all of you from all of us at Talking Trek. Good night.